Hi everyone. Hello and welcome back. Welcome. I hope you guys can hear me. Just gonna wait for others to come on in because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a load of stuff to talk about. Nah, I'm gonna put my glasses on because of the reflection. Guys, I went out and it's cold. Hello Abby, welcome. Hello everyone. Welcome. Please like and share as you come in. We are going to be diving I'm going to be dashing through almost everything. Okay, I'm going to be dashing through almost everything today, and I think I should share my screen because as it is, I love the fact that obviously we still don't know. EFCC has not released why VeryDarkMan has been arrested. Please like and share as a comment. They've not released a statement, and I believe it's been 48 hours or even more than that now that he's been arrested. And I think the last update we did about his about Very Dark Man was when his brother and Coco P went to the EFCC office and they said that there's a standing order that it should not is like his prison gate or his jail gate should not be open. Like it's been put in incommunicado precisely pretty much it's been placed on incommunicado, which means that it's not to communicate with anybody. And also, one of the things I've really found strange is the fact that when they arrested him, the first thing they went for was his phone and asking him for his password. So apparently, I know everybody's mobile phone is more or less like their diary. For me now, my mobile phone is my diary. I screenshot, I save whatever. Like the only thing the only thing you will not find on my phone is new, like it's NUDE because I don't do shit like that. So that's the only thing you will not find. You will find work stuff, you find video of me either cooking or you find random pictures of me taking pictures of it, whatever. You find all of that on my phone. But if you're looking for something else, you won't find it. You won't find it. Even though Google, if you're not careful, if you are the one that stores anything on your phone, Google Photos will save everything and anything. You even in my Google Photos, you will not find anything. So, like I said, the only one of the few things that baffles me or that is a bit concerning for me is the fact that when he was arrested, it's been alleged that they went for his phone, asking him for his password, and his friend Kokopia has been saying that what, rather than him talking, that he would rather buy, that he would rather own alive than sell, like let EFCC knows anything about him. And the thing is this, like, so according to his friends, Kokopi is alleging that um him refusing to speak to anybody, him refusing to see anybody could possibly be because maybe they've manhandled him, could possibly be because maybe they've tortured him, and obviously maybe he has injuries. Maybe that's why he's not wanting to speak to anybody. But I think obviously that's another thing on his side. Him being proud. Your lawyer is there to try and get you out. Obviously, that incident was not something you expected or you planned or you did not even expect that was going to happen to him. So maybe he was a little bit shocked. But yeah, let me quickly read comment and then I'm going to dive in into the videos I've seen so far. So Abby said, "So sorry. As much as I support Very Dark Man on this matter, particularly, this is a complete case of misplaced power." Yes, Abby, that's why I said that I'm going to be diving into a lot of things today. And people who were talking because also because I'm supporting Very Dark Man does not mean I'm a rattle. I'm not a rattle, but let the right thing be said, and let's obviously they like Abby said, this is misplaced priority. Okay. And that's why I said when I came in earlier, I said I'm going to be diving through a lot of things, okay? And some of the rattle might not like it, but we still have to dive into everything. So Abby said, protest for what? There have been so many things to protest for, and the youth haven't. Exactly, Abby. Exactly. That's why I said I'm going to be diving in through everything. So we should be serious. Exactly. So I'm going to share my screen now, and of all the things I've seen so far. So apparently, some celebrities are now coming out. Okay, I've seen the likes of P Square, Peter of P Square, with this placard of him of a like a this I think there's a flyer like that they made of Very Dark Man, that he should be freed. There's I've seen I don't know who else. So a few celebrities are actually coming about. There's a video I actually want us to listen to. Let me share my screen. It's the obviously his friend Coco P is still talking. All right. Let me go find him. DJ Coco P. Let me find his page because when I use this video, I prefer to go to his page because it's come out to say quite a lot of things since after yesterday. Okay, he's out here to say he's been out to say quite a lot of stuff. So let me unblock.
There are some big politicians in this country are currently calling the EFCC people to make sure they say that when elephant they ground, nice small animal they can't dance.
Exactly.
I am here to warn all of you. If you know you are a big man in APC, PDP, NEPC, I don't want to know. Put your hand. Make this case be like waiting on the past Monday, Tuesday. I will call your name. Share una the feel say una get technology now. Abi? We don't see everybody name we call. No, now wait, now body go tell for this case. You first things first, you hold the man unlawfully with the aid of a bank. The bank today deny. Second, you capture the boy like thief, kidnap him for roads. They claim. We don't talk. Third is we can't find us in a EFCC carrier. Like first and collect password. Now you as big man, I can't they call. If you know what to do, if you know what to do for you, come on your hand on a call to glory, you will receive. No worry. It's called copy. Allah.
So that's what
the information reaching me now.
So that's what
is that some big politicians.
That's what Kokopi had to say there. He's made other videos as well, okay? He's made other videos.
Boko Haram with the trouble Nigeria bandits. They not prepared to go raid them the way they raid the BDM. That should tell you something. The government doesn't hate corruption. They hate competition. They hate when it looks like you are beginning to compete with them for attention. Then they come for you. Now they are saying cyberbullying. What thing concern EFCC concerns cyberbullying?
I'm yet to see that report of cyberbullying. I don't think I've read any report that says the reason why they arrested him was for cyberbullying. I'm still trying to find that post. I've gone to go and check the Jade Odu's page, his lawyer's page, but there's nothing of cyberbullying. So I don't know where they've seen. Maybe they've released why he was arrested, but for me, I've not seen that post of saying that it was because of cyberbullying. But let's keep listening.
One thing I can tell you from the experience I've had with these people is that government will never ever come and tell you they are the ones after you. You know why? It looks like a suppression if they come and tell you. They will look for something to put in front, whereas the real idea they back. This case where EFCC they carry Dakiso, we know. I know. Clearly, I know. They say the more you know, the less you will talk. I know the reason behind this thing.
Tell us now, because you are just
carry on. You never go too far. You don't need Peter, they collect password for your phone. You don't need Peter, so they give you phone password.
Let us know why he's been arrested.
That password is like VDM sword. You think they shoot them, they won't know. But me, from now till Monday, I go expose them. First things first, I'll come and explain why they want that his phone. What's the word now?
Why did they
remember the time they took us to the House of Reps? The House of Reps now.
Yeah, I remember.
When VDM, we tendered half voice conversation. We told them we have part 2 and part 3. Since then, EFCC never did normal. That time when VDM exposed even the prison warders when they do deals.
Yeah, that was a major expose.
I don't tell you nothing. In this country, EFCC, please release VDM. Whatever you're expecting for VDM inside that cell, VDM no go follow on a talk. VDM would rather die than carry your placard. So Nigerians, make we wear seatbelt. We are in it for a very long run. That's what I know. Boko Haram, even Boko Haram, with the trouble Nigeria.
Like I said, he has a lot of stuff to say. And obviously, for me, I really want to know, my
bro,
what he's got to say. Obviously, he's saying that he wants to mention people's name. He knows what it's about. That do you remember when this issue of Bobrisky went to prison or not? That he only dropped part 1 of the voice record. That there's part 2, part 3. That could possibly be what they're looking for. So obviously, there's been a lot. Okay, I just wanted to listen to what he has to say, and I've seen other videos as well, guys. Please like this live stream for me, all right? But I'm just going through all the videos I've seen so far. And like I said, I just want to listen. I want us to listen to all of these videos and then other things that I think that Nigerians should be actually, that I felt like Nigerians should be protesting more. It should not only be Very Dark Man's case, but let's listen to all of these videos I've seen so far with Very Dark Man. And then there I'll touch on everything just like I said, okay?
The online is our only force. Anybody that is saying we should not come online to talk, that person is not with us. The VDM, you know, where it is gets the topic for online. You expect us to come and tell you that I've called Tinubu, or I've called Seyi Tinubu, or I don't call the Oga of EFCC. All these people now want me to tell you, say, I will not come online. VDM does not work like that. We know they work all the time when they arrest us and I release them. People are just talking. People should show us working. That's not it. Maintain the energy. By standard practice, when they are big person on Friday, now on Monday we go no. EFCC is delaying to give us the official statement because they have manufacturing charges. They manufacture, so we have to come online to let them know, say they won't manipulate. And we see them. So don't expect us to come and, especially me, Gogopi. I got come now, they use video, they chase cloud, they make mouths, they can't tell them.
At this point, I think this guy is chasing cloud. Yes, I know you are putting pressure online, like so that people can come out. But then if you feel you know what it is, then let people know. Let people know, because people are already calling that you're chasing cloud now, that you're turning into content, that you and Very Dark Man's brother, that you're now turning his arrest to content. You know, so if you think there's anything that you feel was the reason, let people know. Yes, he's your friend, and I believe that you know why.
Whatever I'm doing behind closed doors will remain there until I see results. Now, result be my action. Results. When I talk like this, don't you worry now. Ratels, stay focused. Don't let people distract you. Don't be emotional. Focused. Because these people in politics, they want to control VDM. Now, control. You get the way you go begin cry for beg. They cry. Once they help you, give you favor, tomorrow they will silence VDM. The aim is to silence him. The aim is to silence him. Focus. VDM, they talk truth. Truth, they pain them for body. Have sense. Online, we maintain the energy.
We've heard you. So let me go to some of the stuff that I saved on my. Let me stop sharing us now. Let me go on to the stuff that I saved, because there's, like I said, even the video have come out to say something. The video was like they should release him, blah 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 blah. You know, so like guys, one thing I want to point out is this: Very Dark Man alone cannot tackle the problem that we have in Nigeria. I hope you all know that. Very Dark Man cannot tackle the problem we have in Nigeria. There's a lot of stuff going on in Nigeria. And I understand the fact that, yes, there's lots of campaign going on around. Look at a few weeks ago when lives were being, obviously, with this Fulani herdsmen issue. When you will have thought that Nigerians will pop onto the street, there was nobody on the streets. There was nobody campaigning or protesting about the loss of lives those Fulani headmen took. Even when the area where people came out talking that, oh, they need to compensate those people, that those people that buy those Fulani people in Uromi, that they need to bring those people and they have to deal with them. Like, you will have thought that alone was enough for Nigerians to fill the street of Niger and protest, but they did not. I know Very Dark Man is just one person, and him alone cannot do it. Very Dark Man cannot save Nigeria. So that's even a small one. We heard of the case of allegation that has been made against Seyi Tinubu. Let me grab my note, because I was going to make a video at the live. In fact, I was going to make a live stream separately about that. Let me quickly grab my notes. There's an allegation made by the Nigerian Association of Nigerian Students, or what's that called? Is that what they're called? NANS, NANS. A very, very severe allegation that has been leveled against Seyi Tinubu, allegedly that he adopted the president of the NANS president. That the guy, we also saw that news. Students, all the students in Nigerian universities, none of them, you will have thought that alone should mean that all university students in Nigeria should fill the street of Nigeria, but no, there was nobody on the street of Lagos. No university student came out to campaign, either online or on the streets. Nobody came to campaign. This what was his name? Issa Atiku Abubakar. Just because he said no, They were allegedly going to offer him 100 million naira. And the guy refused, saying that no, Baba Kurubu has not done anything for him or for the students, for them to put their backings behind him. That it takes that it stands for something very important, that money cannot buy it. So President Tinubu has not, what has President Tinubu done for Nigerian students? That you are now, that your son Seyi Tinubu allegedly, because everywhere, like this guy's video, like I said, I want to make it serious, a separate, maybe I should even talk about it now, because I've got videos that I've saved somewhere. That it's, let me see if I can find those videos of that guy that spoke, so we listen to it, so that it's not as if that 115 you are formulating stories. Guy, let me quickly upload those videos to my Dropbox, so we'll listen to it together, so it won't be as if I'm the one who's formulating story here. Let me upload it to my Dropbox, because I was going to make a video about it, but since we are talking about it here now, let's all come and listen to it. Because like I said, yes, it's good that people are coming online, but then at the end of the day, it should not be one-sided. It should not be one-sided. Yes, it could be anybody tomorrow. It could be anybody tomorrow. Okay. Abby said, I'm tired of VDN's people. They talk so much, no sense of security, nothing. So like I was saying about, I'm just waiting for that video to finish uploading, that there was no protest. So a whole NAS president came out. Let me find that video. Let's see if it's already finished downloading. Because I understand VeryDarkMan is fearless. I was on a particular show yesterday, and I am of the opinion as well that Nigerians, we are not ready. We are not ready to take over Nigeria. If we are actually ready, if we are ready, they don't need to tell us. They don't need to tell us. Let me quickly get that video up. Guys, like this live stream as you come in, please. There's 200 of you watching.
I was invited to Lagos to meet.
So let me see if I can share my screen so that you guys can watch this video with me. So that will be the president of the NAS talking. Let me share my screen. I'm trying to share my screen, guys, so that I'm not the only one who is watching. Right there. I don't think I can find this now. Let me share it from my Dropbox. I'm just waiting. I thought that if I download it.
I was invited to Lagos to meet with Seyi. I met with Seyi and the Minister for Youth. The Minister for Youth, when he saw me, he hugged me in Lagos. We talked, and I was to be offered 100 million naira. But the thing is, it's not all about money. There are things which I stand for. You cannot ask me to begin to promote a president that who has not done something for me to say he has done it. Exactly. If he does something good, I will promote him. Who will support him is the president and commander in chief. But where he is, you cannot say I should keep quiet. I won't do that. That we couldn't settle. And they felt that I'm being stubborn not to accept money and to come to Lagos without accepting money and going back. So they planned my abduction, and on the 15th, I was abducted. Of April, I was abducted, stripped naked, beaten seriously in collaboration with the MD of NTA.
You guys,
the MD of NTA, I was packaged to NTA to make involuntary statement that I am no longer, that I have renounced my position as NANS president. I did that to gain my freedom, but immediately I released a press statement that I was forced, it was under duress, and because I was naked, I was beaten. They claimed that they will share the video. That Seyi told them that they can share the video, nothing will happen. And that even if they kill me, he will order. That was the word Ladoja used. It is Ladoja that is telling me this, that he will instruct.
Serious allegations. You guys heard the name of the people this guy has called out. You will have thought that all the Nigerian students in all of the universities in Nigeria will fill the streets for the fact that their president was being done, like this was done to their president. Nobody on the streets. Is VeryDarkMan a student? No. I know he's speaking for, he's the voice of some people who don't have voices. And like I said, when he does good things, I will accord him. Hence why I'm talking about him here. Hence why I'm giving him my backing, that the way he was arrested is not the right way. But then, why are we all trooping to the streets for one person, VeryDarkMan? Like I said, a few weeks ago, when all those Fulani herdsmen were unalived in Uromi, there's been many cases of Fulani herdsmen, dealing with people in Plateau, in so many places. Nobody trooped to the street to go and protest. They arrested VeryDarkMan. Nigerians, they've started doing flyers everywhere. Trooping to the street. Look at what is going on in Nigeria right now. Hunger, no electricity, no jobs, no nothing. Nigerians are not filling the street protesting the bad government. But VeryDarkMan was arrested. And one person was arrested. Like I said, VeryDarkMan alone cannot tackle the kind of system we have in Nigeria. VeryDarkMan alone cannot tackle what is going on in Nigeria at the present. Like I said, I am up for the support for him. But we can continue to call out these people online, trooping to the street for one man. Come off it now, Nigerians. Come off it. VeryDarkMan cannot deal with these people. It cannot. I'm saying it. It cannot deal with them. So you guys heard the video of this guy. What was alleged against Seyi Tinubu in a normal country where there is law, they will have gone to go and carry Seyi Tinubu wherever he is. Welcome, Uncle Beno. Welcome. I was saying this yesterday that Nigerians, we are not ready to stand up to face the kind of government we have. We are not ready to stand up. And I keep citing what happened in Burkina Faso. What was he? Another country? There was what was this Asian country then? Was it Asian country where they all fight to the troop? Where was this this Islamic country? I can't remember where it was now. Where all of them trooped to the street. They even went to the house of their government. They chased the woman out of her house. They took over her house. We are not ready for this talk yet. Because one person, like I said, VeryDarkMan, he has his good times and he has his bad times. It is one of his good times. That's why I am standing behind him right now. But then, can VeryDarkMan alone take down the corruption, the level of corruption that we have in Nigeria? Hell no, he can't. Celebrities are now coming out, putting all their support behind him. When this guy, Issa Atiku, came out to allege this allegation against Seyi Tinubu, you will have thought that Nigeria police would go and drag Seyi Tinubu. Nobody's here to arrest him, even though it's an alleged allegation. Yes, he came out here to come and say, oh, this guy is lying, but let me allow you guys to listen to this guy to finish what he has to say. And I'm going to drop you. I'm going to put you.
Yes, he will instruct the Inspector General of Police to cover it up. And if he doesn't do that, he will go. So I now asked, even this morning when somebody was telling me that, you know who Seyi is, I say, yes, Seyi is an ordinary citizen like myself. He's not occupying any official position. Exactly. I told them yesterday, I made it clear that even if I'm coming to this hall and I'll be shot, I'll still come to this hall. At the end, today, the inauguration is concluded and I'm the NANS president. I want Nigerians to know what has happened and that we are not going to give up and that Seyi can do anything he wants to do. He's already in this hotel. This inauguration wouldn't have held. You can see the organization is not correct. See the way the things was hardly done. I told the MC, quickly start. Don't do no protocol. Do the inauguration as long as though they will be arresting or killing the NANS president now, who controls over 40 million Aluta forces. So I want to, for the want of time, I don't want to take much of our time, but I've told you in brief. So we cannot say the most important thing which my government, which we want to do as leaders of NANS, is that we will fight the cultists. We will take away cultism from NANS, the touts from NANS. They are just a bunch of touts and criminal elements. When politicians want to do anything, they recruit them to do all of these things, and that is what we have come to fight. I need your support for us to be able to do this, because without you supporting me, supporting our leadership, there's no way we'll be able to achieve this, because these people have gone far. They have no shame. I want to say, finally, that Seyi Tinubu is a very bad example to the Nigerian youth. And the worst thing that will happen to Nigeria will be for Seyi Tinubu to become the governor of Lagos State. He has no shame. He has no character. I have been struck naked. He has my video in his phone. If we are in
and this Seyi Tinubu now, it's been alleged that they are slowly trying to bring him to our face now that he's possibly going to be the next governor of Lagos State. And I've been saying in a few of my videos that look at all other presidents. When Goodluck Jonathan was president, how many of his children did you see gallivanting everywhere in dabbling into his father's government? When Buhari was the president of Nigeria, how many of Buhari's children do we see gallivanting or tapping his fingers into his father's presidency? We did not see him. Seyi Tinubu is only Seyi Tinubu. He is just like every other single Nigerian out there. He has no power. He has no role in his father's political business. But I was saying also, he's been going to the northern part a lot. What is it that the northern have promised Tinubu's government, allegedly? What is it that the northerners are promised? Because like I said, with all of those Fulani S-men, buying Christians, buying the Western people, they still did not come out to condemn them. Nobody came out from Tinubu's office to condemn all the things that these S-men did. During the fasting period, we saw how he was gallivanting everywhere, giving them food, giving them rice in the north. What has the north promised Tinubu's government? Hence why when all the Fulani S-men were doing all of their nonsense, they were not called out. They were not called out. So what has the north? What does the north have against Baba Tinubu? What is it that the north has promised Seyi Tinubu? What? So this student association president now was attacked, and he said this venue where they were doing this meeting, it's been alleged that Seyi Tinubu was there. And the manager of the hotel came to tell them that they turned off the AC, they turned off everything that could have made that meeting they were holding to make it a smooth one, but they turned everything off. These people had to just go away with whatever was made available for them, because yes, Tinubu's son allegedly came in there to give them directive that whatever program they have in there should not go ahead, allegedly. Who the freaking hell is Seyi Tinubu? And I've said it as well, that why is Tinubu's presidency or why is Tinubu's government a family business? There's a news, Baba Tinubu's daughters, she's trying to change the market leader women in Edo State. If it's something is not broken, why are you trying to change it? Why are you trying to change a market women leader? They're everywhere. All of Tinubu's children are everywhere in Nigerian politics. Why? Why? So I understand that yes, the way they arrested VeryDarkMan is wrong. And yes, we are right to come out to put our support behind him. But then VeryDarkMan on his own cannot take down the Nigerian government that we have. It has to be a collective effort. See, all of you people now that are now coming out that you want to go and protest, where were you? It was just a few days ago, this guy released his video. Nobody say, let's go and print banner. Nobody went to go and print banner. Why is that? Why? Let's keep listening to this guy's video.
In a country where things work, they are supposed to trace that in his phone, and he should be prosecuted.
Exactly.
I do not know if what he wants to do with my naked video in his phone. It is also in the phone of the senior special assistant to the president on student affairs. The secretary, when we went to submit a letter to the Minister of Defense, the essay to the Minister of Defense told him that he saw my naked video while they were beating me. That is also in his own phone. This is the country that we are, but they are making a mistake with the wrong person. The honest solution to this for them to do the right thing, or they should quickly terminate my life. I thank you very much for listening, Your Excellency.
So you guys heard what that guy has to say there. Let me find the other video. Like I said, we are not ready. We are not ready to take over. Like Nigeria is not ready. It seems we are happy. And obviously there's been proof. Somebody also said something about why Seyi Tinubu is gallivanting everywhere. There's another video.
This country, I think we the youth, we have one problem. Seyi is the only president of son we have in this country that is trying to bring himself so low.
Why?
Mingle among youth.
Obviously, he wants to be the next.
We've had several presidents. Some of us don't even know their sons or their daughters' names.
The allegation that Henry Okuomo, who says also that he is a former Senate president, handing over to another Senate. I don't know whether there's a division there as well. He says that he places the allegation, squarely at the feet of the president's son, saying that the president's son, Mr. Seyi Tinubu, has been attempting to interfere in student union politics, and that he was at the venue of their Well Scouting Hotel on Tuesday, telling the manager, because I asked him, I said, how do you know that? Did you see him? He said, yes. Yes, you saw him. He could have been there as a guest. He could have been there for any other reason. He said the manager of the hotel told them that this is what the president's son has just said, that their event will not be allowed to hold in the hotel anymore, and that their event was frustrated. They did not give them electricity, and they refused them using the facilities at the hotel. Are you aware of all of this?
I'm not aware, but I read one stupid allegation on Sahara reporters. Is Seyi part of NANS? Let me tell you, man.
That's the question he also raised as well.
This country, I think we the youth, we have one problem. Seyi is the only president of son we have in this country that is trying to bring himself so low, mingle among youth.
But the father is bringing himself.
We've had several presidents. Some of us don't even know their sons or their daughters' name.
Exactly.
But Seyi, whenever he sees students, he sees youth. Some of us watch him online.
Seyi Tinubu is not a student. He does not hold any political office. So why the freaking hell is he dabbling into the NANS? Why is he dabbling into their business? Just like I said, he's been gallivanting to the north. He's been gallivanting everywhere, saying, my father is the big, my father. See, even person will not go school. If they tell and say, give us a summary of what Tinubu has done in the past 2 years, if that person does not even need to be in Nigeria. That person will not go to school, will be able to tell you what Tinubu has achieved in Nigeria in 2 years. But you now came, your father is a clinical. What has your father freaking done? He's freaking done nothing. He's placed Nigeria into further abject poverty. People can no longer get 3 square meals a day. People can no longer get 2 square meals a day. 1 square meal a day alone. Now, voila. There was a time, this guy that sang Hallelujah, he said he was at his workplace and he saw a grown man picking food from the dustbin of a fast food joint. That is what Tinubu's government has subjected Nigerian citizens to. So, like I said, when Goodluck Jonathan was president, I don't even think I know what any of Goodluck Jonathan's children, I don't even know what they look like. When Buhari was in president, I don't even know what his children look like. But yes, Yoruba, we always do the most. Seyi Tinubu is everywhere. So if he's going everywhere, trying to ridicule himself, they should drag him and put him in the mud. Drag him in the mud, because if freaking has no business with the NNS, he's not a student, he has no role in the NAS. So why is he dabbling with their business? Why is he dabbling with the NAS student activities? Why? I mean, now father hold student association as well. Why is he dabbling into their business? Hence why I said it was a functional country. You all heard what this reporter said, that she was told that yes, it was the president's son that gave the demand or the order that they should not hold that meeting in that hotel. Like I said, in a functional country, they will have gone to go and drag his ass. But now, who want to drag him? They allegedly have police in their pockets. Police is not what, NPF is not what it's meant to be. This Kurubu government has Nigerian police in their pockets. So there's not even though all of the evidences is glaring, they will not arrest him, because why? I would on in the long run, they're telling us he's the first son of Nigeria. Freaking first son of what? He's only first son in Baba Tinubu's house. I have a first son in my father's house. He's only first son in his father's house. His father do not own Nigeria. So I don't know why people were referring to him as the first son of Nigeria. Look at Donald Trump. Is his son gallivanting everywhere with Trump? When Barack Obama was the US president, were his daughters gallivanting everywhere? They were just living their own lives and allowed their father to do his own thing. Let's keep listening.
I think there was a time I was after my election.
Oh, thank you so much.
I traveled to Kano because we lost one of our comrades during the Ramadan. Yeah. When they told me that I've now met with the Youth Council president of Kano in that same house. So he now told me that, am I traveling back to Jos? I said, yes. He said, I wish I can stay till evening. That there's this Ramadan fasting, breaking fasting that Seyi is doing around the north.
Exactly, it's been
I attended that program. I was overwhelmed.
He's a 9-year-old man.
This is a president's son among people, youth, gisting, telling them, eating with them. The same thing in the other day, Sarah reporter. I don't know, maybe they have issue with the president's son. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Because even me, when somebody called my attention there yesterday, like I told you in my speech, I talked about the regional campus security summit, which I addressed that we need to secure our campuses. We have manuals in our campuses, students. We'll talk to them, we'll let them see reason why they should help the Nigeria military and the police too to secure the campus. The next thing somebody will send to me, only yesterday, Sahara made almost 9 reports about my speech. That I'm condemning President Tinubu that is not securing campuses. That you don't understand. That Seyi Tinubu, somebody will even send me one and say Seyi Tinubu, who is Seyi Tinubu, NANS president?
So he's not your friend? Is he your friend?
He's not my friend. He's just somebody I know. Casually, I see him on TV. The only time I can tell you that we've met is, I think there was during the campaign when he asked the NANS to come around in the, I think where they were doing what was this program? His youth program too. So students were there and we snapped picture with him. Everybody was happy. You know, when you see a president's son, so I don't see reason why NANS will just decide, people will just decide and think when they drag his name on media, I don't see, the thing is not even making sense to me, man.
So given what
was this guy even talking? In fact, it's good that his video is finished before I yab his head. So at the end of the day, you don't need to go and canvass students to help, because if the government has done good, people will go out to vote. If the government has done good by its people, people will go out to vote. Now they are campaigning for 2027. So they don't care about us. They do not care about Nigerians. Tinubu has turned Nigerian politics to family business. All of his daughters, they are now holding market everywhere. Seyi Tinubu gallivanting everywhere. Let him. Maybe he went to university, he went to school. Let him go and practice what he studied at university, and leave Nigerians for those who actually want to make it work. So Nigerians, please, let us just drop this attitude. We have misplaced priority. VeryDarkMan is one person that's been arrested. Why are we now coming out now to protest when there are lots of things? Yes, all of these things that VeryDarkMan speaks about is practically everything that has been happening, but none of you came out to protest. So one person now that has been talking about those things obviously now got arrested, and you guys want to go onto the street. Why? Why? When this NNS president came out with this story, why was nobody on the street protesting? Why were all the students in university not on the street protesting? Like I said, we are not ready yet. Nigeria is now a totalitarian government where you talk, they carry you. You talk, they carry you. As for VeryDarkMan, it will be fine. Yes, it was an illegal arrest, but is it enough for us to troop to the streets when we had major things that happened just a few weeks back? Just a few weeks back. Even with that side, we were still talking about JAMB setting exams for 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning, where it was reported that a certain young student went missing. You will have thought that university students would jump into the streets and say, JAMB, why are we writing exams? Why are we writing jams at 6:30 in the morning? That is another avenue that university students, youth could have trooped to the street and strolled to education minister and say, why is exam day? Why is JAMB question? Why is the jam center now setting exam for 6:30 in the morning? So it happened that this girl was traveling. She wants to go to a friend's house the night before so that she will be able to get to her exam hall very early in the morning. Like, why are they freaking setting exam time for 6:30 in the morning? Like, kilo day. It's not as if the exam will be. It's not as if when they enter JAMB now, they go to university now, they'll be president of the United States tomorrow. No, that was another avenue for Nigerian youth to have trooped to the streets to protest. They did not do that. We have misplaced priorities. Hence why this government is slapping us with poto. When we are ready, the kind of energy that went down during the EndSARS is what we need to do. And all of these posts I'm seeing online, people are saying, yeah, on Tuesday at 10 o'clock, you don't give date and time. It just happens. You don't give date and time for such. It should just happen. That's why I said we are not ready. Nigerians, we are not ready. Let me read your comment. Uncle Bello, thank you so much for that super chat. I can't even speak Yoruba. May God enrich your pocket in Jesus' name. Abby said, is a good bridge between two generations and can do what that boy said. Exactly. A 39-year-old man, he's walking everywhere like a goat without rope around his neck. Joseph said, the issue is that there are two factions of NANS. That is why it's difficult to come in. They have two presidents, divide and rule. Elias, all right, okay. I didn't realize there's two factions of them. All right, okay. Abby, if they call me, I don't recognize any Nigerian president's son. Let him be the first son in his father's house. Because at the end of the day, no be Papa whole Nigeria. Let him be first son in Tinubu's house. Abby said, Leila seems to be doing a lot more of her events these days. Seems like they're planning for something really. She's way more active on social media recently. See, when I saw that Seyi Tinubu going everywhere into the north, I'm sure there's something about that north. I am sure there's something about that north. And so Baba Kurubu has not come out to condemn all the things that Earthsmen did. Abby said, look at GRV's resume. Even his wife saw him. They said he doesn't have political respect. That Tinubu is please, do we need a good politician or someone? It's someone that will work. It does not necessarily have to be a good politician. It's somebody that will work, that will do the needs, that will give Nigerians what we need. Not somebody that will, not a good politician. My father is a good clinical. What did your father do? Hospitals do not have solar panel. Hospitals are doing generator. Hospitals don't have doctor, but your dad is traveling abroad to go and do health check every 3 months. He came back. He wants to do solar panel on Aso Rock. And I cited the story of a man who came out saying that his wife was undergoing major surgery. NEPA took lights. By the time they went to go and sort a generator, no fuel. By the time they sorted a generator, his wife died. And they want to go and use 100 billion naira for solar panel on top of Aso Rock. Nigeria, we are not ready. We are not ready. I'm saying this, we are not ready. The preacher said, my dear, we are not ready as Nigerians yet for library. True, we are selective in our fight. It is. Exactly. We are. And now they want him to be governor. He has been well coached. So, Ajeku, the thing that his father is doing to us as a president, that's what is going to start as a governor. We are not ready yet. It's like they know that our skin is very, very thick. So they can give us anything they like. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section soon so that whoever wants to chip in, come and chip in. Mabi said Jibi was Igbo. She's wife is Igbo. Exactly. So hopefully the kind of roadblock they gave GRV should be the same roadblock they give him as well. If they're trying to put him as a Lagos governor, they should put if the kind of roadblock they gave GRV should be the same roadblock is going. But I doubt that's going to happen because they have the likes of MC Oluomo that will throw Agberos to the streets to destabilize things allegedly again. Hello, Gatuso, welcome. There is an alleged fraud case of 71.2 billion directed from 100 billion meant for student loan. I was reading that as well, and this one they came out to debunk. If I guys know, when I'm planning to make video, before I even finish planning another one, like I don't want to run mad. So I will do. If you guys saw stories, see stories like that, please forward them to my email or send me a link via my Instagram. It's crazy. They're not doing things for these students, and you are canvassing them to come and support you. For what? Like I said, if you're doing the right thing for the people of your country, you don't even need to summon them. They will rightly vote. They will vote. There's another video I want us to listen to, guys.
And if care is not taken with the involvement of the president's son for the past 1 year, he has done everything to make sure that the organization is porous.
Can you hear?
What he stands to gain, I don't know.
Are you afraid that NANS is beginning to, would you say it is losing the real reason why it was formed? Because the real reason why NANS was formed, as far as we know, is that it was for the welfare and the growth of Nigerian students. Yes. But now it does appear that there is heavy political interference. And people are always very interested in who the leadership is, who they support politically, etc. Do you fear that this is making NANS lose its focus on the primary reason for why it was established?
Guys, please
let me say, the organization is almost losing it.
Let's give the like to 100, please.
Because these people have programmed the organization in the sense that if you do not have government backing, I am afraid you might not be able to become anything in the organization, except few that still have the genuine interest of the student at heart. And that is the reason why the interest is becoming so high. Everybody is now tagging
themselves to one political party or the other, the organization is already losing the purpose of its creation. And if care is not taken with the involvement of the president's son for the past 1 year, he has done everything to make sure that the organization is porous. What he stands to gain, I don't know.
We don't know what he stands.
What he want to achieve, I don't know. But the question I want the general public to ask him is, what is his interest in NANS?
Exactly.
He wasn't a stakeholder. He didn't school in Nigeria, because the only thing that can qualify you to be a stakeholder in the organization is if you have served in the organization. And the only thing that can qualify you to be a member of the organization is if you are a student schooling in Nigeria.
Exactly.
You are a member. That means you have rights to contest in the organization. But if you did not fall in this category, there's no how you can claim yourself a stakeholder of the organization. And you now hide under the power that you have to be terrorizing some set of people in the country that is everybody's security is meant. Everybody's meant to be secured by the president of Nigeria, the country. So I'm afraid, like you said, the organization is almost losing it. Almost losing it. Thank you so much.
Crazy. Guys, I want to quickly download a video there now. There's another video that I want us to listen to. I want to quickly download a few memes that I was able to 1 second, guys. I know Abby, I can see you in the background there. I'm gonna add you in soon. I just want to quickly download a few videos. I hope this laptop is not going to scream, because when I have so much downloads going on. So there's a video I also want to quickly share with you guys. I think it's from this presenter. If I can find it now. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find it. Okay, I think it's this one. Okay.
Witnesses have now come out to say that, in fact, students were assaulted and threatened by thugs, which is a disparity from the reports that we got yesterday that no one had been attacked.
They came in, they forced it and came in. They were beating everybody. I mean, they made even ladies and a lot of persons wounded, and they abducted the president.
That was the black lasers that the president's son bought. And there's another CNG bus. That was the bus that contained those thugs, that brought those thugs to the venue. And they burgled into the venue, macheting people. They macheted the president. You can see the picture of the president. He was brutalized and he was seriously injured.
Say what the Wells Carlton, because
we're using solar lights, and the manager of the hotel also confirmed to me that
the instruction was from
the president's son.
Seyi is the only president of son we have in this country.
Can you imagine? So there's evidence of his actions.
Witnesses have now come out to
let me forward it because we watched it till then.
Them. And I was told nothing happened. I was told by the Wells Carlton nothing happened.
The manager of the hotel has to go back and meet the technical team of the hotel. They have to switch off all appliances in the hall, including their generator, the light, the AC, and everything. So we're using solar lights. And the manager of the hotel also confirmed to me
the order that the instruction
was from the president's son.
Seyi is the only president of son we have in this country that is trying to bring himself so low, mingle among youth. There's this Ramadan fasting, breaking fasting.
Already listened to
that Seyi is doing.
So I'm going to bring Abby on board now while I download the other stuff that I have. I'm going to add you on. Abby, that's you now on screen. You're welcome.
Hi everybody.
Welcome, Abby. The link is in the comment section if anybody wants to jump in.
I think my major issue here is not even Tinubu and the rest. It's the rest of the country, it's the rest of us, the citizens. Yesterday, I spoke about how easily it is for us to move on from stuff really quickly.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll stop talking about this thing, which is fine. We're only human. We have to move on and, get into other things. But I'm just saying that we move on too quickly to nonsense, trivial news. One.
Yeah.
Secondly, the average Nigerian is a very terrible person, a cheat,
Yeah.
a liar, a thief. So how do you expect that? Because if they put us in power, that's usually my issue. Are we going to do better than these people? Or are we speaking just because we're not in that position? And again, you can't be asking for something that you can't give. And you can't be asking for something that you would support. I am very disappointed in my generation and below, because I often go on social media and even see the tribalism.
Yeah.
I have spoken to someone who asked me why my names are Yoruba and I don't speak Yoruba. I explained why I don't, and I explained that my mom is Igbo and I speak Igbo and understand Igbo. And this person's response was, for us to date, I'm going to have to speak Yoruba because he has a political ambition and wouldn't want that to come in the way. Mind you, you're the one that's come to look for me, not the other way around. So
exactly. Can you imagine?
Get out. But my thing, and I asked him, so where do we go from here? Because you can't speak Igbo and you can't speak Hausa. And these are considered the main languages of Nigeria. So where do we go from here, right? That should not be, my point is that should not be a criteria to be a leader, because that is just one language in comparison to other languages. So where do we go from here? So it is sad to see a 20-something-year-old, a 30-something-year-old that is that tribalistic. So if somebody asks in the comment section, if we are not even together, if you have to recognize me as Yoruba Igbo, I mean, we were here when it was in Canada, an Igbo person was putting something in it. Do you remember that story in the workplace?
Yes, yeah.
Even we in the diaspora, we're practicing tribalism. We've said it here as well, right? Where in this country, there are groups for Yoruba people and Igbo people, and certain groups do not allow other people of other tribes. See, abroad where we are recognized as Nigerian, period, Metropolitan Police will not stop you and ask you, are you Igbo or Yoruba? They're not going to ask you. They're not going to ask you, right? So imagine in this country, and I'm going to be very honest and say that it's actually the Yoruba groups. The Yoruba groups really would allow anybody else that's not Yoruba join their groups.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to say this, but the Igbo groups tend to be open-minded enough to allow anybody else join. They'll be inviting you. They'll be inviting you to join. And it's sad that it has come to this. Being a Yoruba girl from Lagos, I'm from Lagos State, right? I'm from Isaleko, and it's my own people that do these things. I've gone on a rant on my Instagram before about how the average Yoruba person does not recognize every other state. Everybody else is Igbo and Hausa to them. But I'm like, there's so many other tribes. There's Ijo, there's the Chekiri, there's the Bibio. And when you ask the average Yoruba person, they'll say it's the same. I mean, at this point, it's just worse than tribalism. It's also illiteracy. That is exactly what it is, because in secondary school, we heard that we have this many tribes. So why would I be speaking to a Yoruba person? I'm like, oh, this person is from Edo State. They'll say, oh, na Igbo now. No, all no be Igbo.
All no be Igbo.
Educate yourself. So if even we, the youth, the young people, 20-something-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds, if this is how we feel about tribalism, how do we want to protest? The older generation, maybe to some extent, they can be excused because of just lack of education, right? And let's just say they're just ignorant. What are you going to say about us? Why are we tribalistic? Because actually, that is a big problem, because we have to be together to protest. We have to be together to move forward.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree with you, Abby. I agree with you. And obviously, because there's no one piece, we are not all coming together, hence why it's so hard. Hence why all of this activism, hence why all this coming together is so separate. Hence why people are just like doing all of their own shit together, like separately. Now I see Davido coming out, Hilda Dokubo coming out. Yes, Peter Obi has condemned it, but still they are not coming out at the wrong time. This is not the time. Maybe after this coming out, might lead to something bigger. We don't know, but they've been times when they should have come out, like this one that I've just spoken about now. That should have been when they should have stepped out. When JAM came out to start putting exam time for 6:30 in the morning, that is when student youth should have stepped out. But no, VDM no be Messiah. VDM no be Messiah. Hello, Mr. Ola, welcome. Happy Sunday, sir.
Thank you, my sister. Happy Sunday too. God bless.
Amen. Yeah. Right, what have you got to say to us for us today?
You see, country that are not fortunate now where influencer they can't talk nonsense, because Nigeria become like a mess. All different influencers, popular ones, and all of them come out be talking and everything. VDM is nobody. It's just an content creator. You just make sometimes noise in the internet because sometimes it's playing the same game like a politician also. Yeah. Select them, this person, yeah. It makes sure some people that are very bad business people that are posy people and all these things, criminals and all of them.
Yeah.
You see, Nigeria is being ruled by criminals.
True.
If you check the politicians that are ruling Nigeria today, go and check their old records. They ain't good for nothing. Some of them be bound in United States, in London. Some of them, they are past since early 90s or 80s, all bad. You understand me? So what do you expect for a country that's being ruled by a bunch of criminals in every setup? What do you expect that country? That country.
Yes, I'm doing this.
Sorry, continue, sir.
There was no rules. There's no rules in Nigeria. People operate differently, in terms of the tribalism that the other sister was talking about. It's just everywhere now, Only that some people are hiding it. True. My friend went to Nigeria with his Igbo girlfriend, just try to know each other. They get into Nigeria. This Igbo girl confront my friend, say, he said, we not like Benin people, that guy felt very bad, and the guy have to reply her like, una want to eat human being, because you don't just know what to say. You understand? He was confused, because one, I think the girl thought her sister was a nurse somewhere, and thought maybe that maybe it's eating his sister's money, in the States. You understand me? So maybe later they found out this guy is into oil, So the tribalism is very. Why we talk about Yoruba tribalism or whatever they want to talk about Yoruba or Lagos, is because the Igbos moved to Lagos, and they're all doing this. They're there. But let's just be honest. This is what people don't talk about. Yeah. The Igbos are far more tribalistic than any other society in Nigeria. Okay. Only when you don't, 100%, only that when you don't live close with them in their territory, that's when you felt, they are Republicans in mind. When you live, I've a distant sister that went to live in Anambra, with a guy that they have a child for. Day and night, they were telling, she doesn't belong here. They will do everything to chase her off. And she finally have to run by herself. Because she can understand Igbo. She know what they're talking about. They did see her or the kid, the baby that you have for them as anything. Because she's not partly Igbo. You understand me? Is it businesses that you do with them and you're not part of the Igbo side? They will chase you out of that business. You will run out of that business. It's just because Lagos is a total different type of place. And everything. The Yoruba people are the most liberal people, free-minded you ever live with. I'm not a Yoruba person. You understand me? Yeah. My mom is born in Yoruba land. My mother speaks Abekuta Yoruba, but born in Lagos Island. You understand me? If the way Lagos or Yoruba or this Ebado or whatever, look, If you cannot live in most land like that, if you have to go to the southeast, you're not going to survive it. Let that just be true. It's not about playing tribalism. We just have to be fair. The Igbos
at this instance, you know what, with the way Nigeria is currently, I don't think tribalism should be what should be happening nowadays. It should not even be something that we should even be seeing amongst ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are all fighting for one cause. We want to still be able to go, we want to be able to buy a bag, we all want to be able to buy a bag of rice for 5,000 naira again. So what does being tribalistic, how does that rectify or achieve that aim again for us?
How? No, tribalistic is the politics of today. The politics of today is kind of have one way set of it. You understand me? See, Buhari brought that something heavily. When Jonathan was there, it was less. It was heavily less like that.
I think it was during the last few months of Buhari.
No, not even the last. Not even the last. Buhari, look, Buhari. All Buhari powerhouse was made out of house, where it's coming from, Castilla, not all the Hausa. You understand me? It made out of his own tribal people from Castilla. So there, you have to dance toward the tongue. They put some people there. You know, they put some ministers of society that are not too like one-sided. But he operates on not on the ministerial level of it, but the rules that cause what we suffer today. These Fulanis, the way they attack people, if you want to, reply them back, they are a special squad of soldiers that tell you don't just try it. Just imagine people in Benue during Buhari time. See, you can appoint people that are different, but the power that form your government, the army and the police, you use it there to intimidate the people that are victims. You understand me? You cannot arrest them. You cannot try them. What is far more worse than that? You understand me? That's what we see. But now it's out of control. Now, if you catch the Fulani that do these bad things, you cannot even, if you take them to the police station, they will free them. They still have that power, secret that power, because the people in power now, they still need the northerners in terms of the next election. You understand me? That's where the whole thing. Yes, they then marginalize the Igbo people. Yes, I think they would have bring the Igbo people to the box so everybody will feel the same. Because you cannot marginalize people for so long that you think the people they will be happy. So these Igbos that are there now, these are traitors, and these are not real ones. You understand me? Even when I criticize them in terms of living close to them, the way they will use their language to discriminate against you and everything, but still, you will have to bring people for them to feel part of the country. That's what I mean. Somebody have to go. I would like to listen to the next person.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ola. Thanks so much, Mr. Ola. Uncle Beno, you are on the show. Welcome, sir. Please unmute yourself. I know you've just turned your camera off there.
Number 5.
I will give you 10 minutes because yesterday I was on your show. I slept off because the time difference. So it was on for like 3 hours. Organic, sir, I must bury for you. So your 10 minutes starts now.
I don't even have what to say for 10 minutes, my sister.
Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat as well, sir.
Oh, you're welcome, my sister. Basically, I just like what you said, and all we have to do now, for those of us who are in the diaspora, we can only lift up our voice to support what is happening in Nigeria. So, if I get what you're saying very well, you mentioned tribalism, and you also mentioned the fact that now people are trying to protest because
so they have started doing printing canopy, printing flyers everywhere. Monday and Tuesday, that's when they said all EFCC offices Tuesday. Some are saying Monday, some are saying Tuesday. So they started printing canopies, poster everywhere. They started.
You see, we have bigger issues in Nigeria. First off, I want to appreciate anybody who is joining the protest, those who are planning to go out to protest and demand free VeryDarkMan. Unfortunately, people like us, we are not on ground, but we are 100% behind you for doing that.
Absolutely.
I'm happy that people are actually coming out for VeryDarkMan. I said it yesterday on my show that this is the time to show how far people really want freedom of speech and how far they themselves want to be free from bad governance. Why? Because for far too long, Nigerians are known to act like coward. I'm sorry. I'm a Nigerian myself, so don't think maybe it is. But when it comes to opposing bad governance, Nigerians are known, some Nigerians behave like cowards. Why?
Yes.
They will be ranting in their corner of their own room. They will be there ranting. This government is bad. This president is the terrible one. This governor is the madman. Nothing is working in this country. Then, when it's time to do something about it, everybody just stay away. It's like the proverbial saying that everyone want to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That- that's the way it is in Nigeria. So, VeryDarkMan has done amazing job to speak for the voiceless. He has fought for so many people. He has fought for people he doesn't know. And when he's fighting, he's not fighting for Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, anybody. He's just fighting for
He's doing it
anyone.
all around that.
Yeah, and that is the spirit we needed.
Yes.
That's the spirit we needed. And right now it's time for us to show that, okay, we appreciate what you are doing, this man. I also mentioned it on my show yesterday that if Nigerians allow whoever is behind this arrest and everything of VeryDarkMan, if Nigerians allow it to stand, forget it, we are gone forever.
Yeah, it's going to be the norm.
And like you rightly said, this is not a time to say, oh, that VeryDarkMan, no, me, I'm a Yoruba boy, but I've always have issue with tribalism in Nigeria because tribalism is one of the three weapons the politicians are using against us in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The politicians, they have weaponized poverty. There's poverty in the land. People are hungry, no job, nothing. You just have to depend on them one way or the other. So then you have to do their bidding. Then the politicians have also weaponized religion. They weaponize religion. You see,
they have. Yeah.
playing every day. The wife of your president is a pastor in a popular church in Nigeria, in a church that has almost half the population as their member.
Yeah.
Abroad. So the wife of your president is a pastor there, which for me, I don't see how pastor and politician mix together in the first place.
Exactly. Bad combo.
That himself, he's a Muslim. You see the game now. So, both of them are in politics.
Yeah.
So, religion has also been weaponized against Nigerians. If you are angry, this is like, if you anybody who really know how power play in Nigeria, they will understand what I'm saying now. It's like when the government are not performing and you want to protest or you want to do anything against it, you go to church on Sunday and your pastor is telling you, oh, I feel like for long.
Leave it for God. Or continue to pray.
The Lord will fight for us. You know what? The Lord, I just come out from God Palace right now. Me and God, we talk one-on-one. God tell me, say, I should tell you people, do 3-month fasting.
Fasting.
Do 100 days, 300 day fasting. Don't worry, God will fight this battle. So a lot of stuff has been weaponized against Nigerians. So tribalism is the third one.
Yeah.
Anytime we want to bind together to do something, just add small. It's like when you are cooking and you add some spice or some seasoning in your cooking. The politician will just carry tribalism like this, sprinkle it a little bit, boom, finish.
Yeah, everything
We're
will
not moving forward again. So, and that's why I kept saying that Nigerians are not ready. So if
we are
you
not
look,
ready. Yes, I've been saying this as well for a while. We are not ready because if we are ready, the kind of energy they portray during the end SARS, come on.
yeah,
if we are to do that again, I swear to God, do that consecutively for a week. Everybody sleep on the street. All businesses stop. All offices close down. No market woman go market. Do it consecutively for a week.
Exactly. So right now, this VeryDarkMan situation is a test for us. I know it's going to be a little bit difficult to rescue VeryDarkMan from their hands because since they had his phone and they have him since, is it Thursday or Friday now? They are coming up with allegation, looking for charges, some devious charges they can put on him so that they can silence him one way or the other. That guy has become a thorn in their flesh. So this is like a perfect opportunity for them. So, but not to waste your time, I would just like to tell Nigerians that if you really love Nigeria and you want changes, especially if you are in Nigeria, and even if you are abroad, you have people in Nigeria, it's time to tell them that you have to fight for what you deserve. And if you have to fight for what you deserve, for me, I am not a fan. I don't support violence. Violence won't give you the result you want.
Remember, the Bible says the kingdom of God suffers violence.
Not in this case. Nigerians are so beaten down that violence cannot resolve it. How many Nigerians have a GUN?
Yeah, true.
How many Nigerians can even buy somebody self? Let's be realistic. Me, I don't like to fool myself. Though we have some tribes in Nigeria that to remove person head is not a big deal for them. But generally, if you look at the west, the east, and the south, how many Nigeria do you see that can unlife any other person? So it is what it is. But I'm not recommending violence. What I recommend is simple deviance. Gentle deviance. How do you do that? You don't conform.
Yeah, you don't
shout,
back down.
fight. You just don't conform.
Yeah,
you deviate away from the status quo. It's very easy. Look at what they are doing to GTB right now. People moving their money.
Yeah,
that's what I call. That's my own kind of deviance approach. That's the kind of message you said that is so loud. Imagine if you can take our tribalism aside and not the other stupid thing. If everybody moved their account away from GTB, what do you think is going to happen?
Money, you'll close shop.
That is the strongest message you can send across to big men. Big men don't send anybody. I kept saying this. Even your president don't give a damn about you.
Doesn't
you don't job, you leave, you don't leave. He don't care. These guys, they are playing a different ball game from what everybody is saying. So non-conformance, that's all you need. Now we say, let's move our money. Move your money out of the bank. They can't force you. Nobody can come and shoot you. Say, oh, why are you transferring? No. But the message will be so loud that they will get it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's just what I'm going to say. And lastly, please, I heard Brother Kidola, shout out to you, my Egbo. Brother Kidola speaking about tribalism. For me, I don't think this is the time for us to say, oh, Yoruba tribalistic, Igbo tribalistic, Northern tribal. No, the truth is, as a Nigerian, we are all tribalistic. Let's call
in
it
a way, exactly. Yeah,
we are all tribalistic.
Yeah.
The only difference is any tribe who is not in power, we will be calling out the other tribes. Hey, now then the power. It's a lie, a freaking lie. Switch this thing around now. Put another tribe. The Northerners that are shouting and yelling now, were they shouting and complaining like this when Buhari was there, messing people up for 8 years?
They did not. We did not even hear their word. We did not even hear their voice. There was no claim from them.
You see, right now, Bala Blue is there now, messing everything up. Don't give an F, doing whatever you want to do. The Yorubas, not all Yorubas. I'm a Yoruba. Some of us still shout out, but majority Yorubas keep quiet. Why? It's just our people. Then Igbos are yelling, Northerners are yelling. Forget it. If Baba come out there now, you put an Igbo man there, you're still gonna get the same reaction. So one way or the other, we are all tribalistic. But if we have to move forward, It's time to throw that tribalism into the trash. Because this is we come to US, we go to London, everywhere. Why are those countries functional? Because the people comes together. When anything is affecting their general well-being, they bind together. I see this thing in the US. Trump is moving mad right now. White people, both old, young, everybody, they don't care. Everybody comes together to protest. Please, we have to start throwing away tribalism and do the right thing. Thank you, my sister, for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. I really appreciate it, sir. So I'm just going to quickly share a few other videos that I've seen online as well. Like obviously the protests they are already planning, okay? Because like I said, VeryDarkMan already has the support on social media, which is great. However, there are better things, there are greater things this protest should be happening for, not necessarily for VeryDarkMan. Guys, I am in support that the way I'm in support. I support everything going on online right now, but now protest is not the way, because there's been many issues that we should have stood up for, like being on the street. We're not doing that. VeryDarkMan will be all right last. We do not even really know why he's been arrested. So why are people coming out on the street? Maybe people should just chill just now. Maybe people should chill so we really know why he's been arrested. Then we can move the motion for the process, because now everything's on them. Say with that video, somebody was saying in the comment section that it was that video of the NANS thingy that he reacted to that could possibly be the reason why he was arrested. Somebody also said that it could be because he reacted to the to Senator Akpabio going to Italy. It could be because he reacted to that, because APC said he must apologize, and he told APC that God punished them. That was what he said to APC. He said to APC that God punished you, he's not apologizing. So we all don't have a definite reason why he's been arrested. And like I said in my live stream since the past few days, VeryDarkMan has ruffled a lot of waters. He has touched a lot of shoulders. And all of those, it could be any of these people that are actually gunning for him. Or they could have the reason, there could be a part, or they could, like we can't put our hands to it. His friend Kokopi saying, I know why. Okay, if you know why, tell us. Because now they are planning this protest. What if they go out in the protest tomorrow or on Tuesday and it turns out that, oh, this is the evidence they've got against VeryDarkMan based on which was the reason why they arrested it, and then everybody on the street like, so now I think we need to do this. So I think we should take a chill pill. We should take a chill pill about this protest. We can still continue online. And all these protests that you are announcing Tuesday, all EFCC office at 10 o'clock. If protest is going to happen, you don't announce. That is not the way to deal with our Nigerian people. It's not the Nigerian government. That is not the way to deal. That's not the way to solve this. You don't announce when a protest is going to happen. It will just happen if it be said at night, it will happen. People will just troop out. But now they are showcasing protest today. Everybody Tuesday, all the EFCC office. Like, why? You're giving all these people the chance to come against you. Hello, Mr. Emmanuel, welcome. You have the floor, Mr. Emmanuel. Oh, it's gone. Anyway, let's play this video because Seun Kuti said, alleged that this is the person on the screen that you can see here as a person who possibly have a hand, because according to him, he alleged that he spoke to VeryDarkMan's lawyer, and VeryDarkMan's lawyer allegedly said that with some body of Christ that are behind VeryDarkMan's arrest. So let's listen to him. Okay, I'm sure I uploaded this video.
So yeah,
like this for me, guys.
Yes, please. So yeah, did you tell me say now one gospel artist when they talk for their matter, say they take person money, they don't take person money, stop. So right there and then, I don't even want to mention the name of anybody who get the issue with. I just want to see what they happen. Yes, I'm doing this live on this VDM matter, so that we can find a way to stop this oppression in our country.
Hurry up, Mr. Man. What are you saying?
I don't know if anybody know what they caused the what happened for the matter, but I spoke to the lawyer, and they said I want issue with some gospel. Give me a sec. Wow. Well, maybe that. Okay. Yes. Thanks. Yes. Are we going now? A little bit. Okay. Call me when you. Yes. Call me. So yeah. Do I take your saxophone? Yes. Yes. Please. So yeah. Did you tell me say now one gospel artist when they talk for their matter, say they take person money, they don't take person money, stop. So right there and then, I don't even want to mention the name of anybody we get the issue with. I just want to see what they happen. Yes, I'm doing this live on this VDM matter.
Repeating thing. Okay, so let's just go. Like I said, there's lots of people. So this was a VeryDarkMan doesn't control his mouth while making videos. His fans are also part of his problems. They hail him doing the wrong thing. So lots of people are coming. Like I said, the video has actually come out here to also put his campaign, to put his power behind him. And let's air what Captain Bliss has to say. This is a guy.
Your greatest people, you are welcome to Live of a Showman. Okay. My name is Captain Blaze. All right, so now VeryDarkMan has been arrested by the almighty EFCC for what only God knows. When I look at the whole information, I realize that the banks,
there's a comment I'm going to highlight that I really want you guys to read, and I actually agree with it. So this comment said, Oga, I like you, but I really want to understand something. So we Nigerians have this kind of energy, but yet we leave these politicians to be messing up. Exactly. So which means that all of the things that this Tinubu president has been doing to us, Nigerians are quite happy with it. That's why they've not been saying anything. But then they arrested one person. Nigerians are coming out with all the energy. Obviously, someone like me also, I'm coming out with all the energy. So this person said, because they have VDM, people are now talking revolutionary for VDM or for a better. It should be revolutionary for a better Nigeria, not for VDM. Yes, VDM is fighting for a better Nigeria, but it's just not for one person. What is one person to millions of citizens in Nigeria? So this person continued, the way evil celebrities are clamoring for him to be released, as if they have sentenced him to death, is really funny. These same people have kept mute ever since. Well, they should please release him, but let Nigeria continue the way it is until we have sense and learn how to prioritize. Exactly, because this protest is just us not prioritizing anything. Like I said, that student president association, that guy, with that big allegation he made against Seyi Tinubu, you will have thought that all the students in Nigerian university would troop to the street, but nobody trooped to the street. Let's keep listening to this guy.
Politicians, the law enforcement agencies, all of them, they are working together in unity against the interests of the people. Yes, I can categorically say that because I know how many people where GT Bank, where other banks don't lose directly and indirectly, nothing will happen. I believe say as VDM don't take a short video or picture or post, now there the bank don't call EFCC say when I can't carry a guy when I define. We all know all these things. Unfortunately, Nigerians are not ready. Let me be specific. Nigerian youths are not ready.
We are not ready.
After NSAS, now I don't talk say anything protest for this country. Don't count me out. Get why?
The guy said he's not going to protest.
We are not ready.
We are not ready.
We are not ready.
At all.
Even they see some Nigerians, they try to support Ibrahim Traore. Yes, I'm in support too. But how? 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 You can't even, I don't think the way it is now, I don't think the Nigerian youth have the capacity. I don't think we have the power to save VDM under 48 hours. Talk less of Ibrahim Traore all the way from Burkina Faso. So When I look the whole thing, I look and go front, back, left, right, as you say, everything is everything. We are not ready. All this placard will they carry up and down. It's just normal showbiz will they do. Look at all our protests now. We go get dates, we go get DJ, we'll get venue, location, and we'll call a revolution. No, it's not done that way.
No, exactly. That's
we are not ready. We are not ready.
Exactly. Revolution don't happen that way. You want to protest, you don't give dates. You don't give any sign that this is what you want to do. You guys will just do low key, and then boom, you come into the street. That's how it's done. Now that they're printing flyers. On Tuesday, all EFCC office, more. And again, now if they don't go out on that Tuesday and EFCC now drop it, that okay, this is what we have. This is why we have arrested him. This is the evidence. So all of it have now trooped to the street. You now see waiting the EFCC drop. Say, okay, VeryDarkMan, you do this one. How will you guys now look? And so I'm like, you guys should pause with that protest. People should pause that protest. Wait until EFCC comes out to say, this is what we have against him. And then people can re-strategize and say, okay, maybe we should just allow his lawyer to deal with it. Yes, the way he was arrested is not the right way. No be people where they carry pow now. No be people where they carry people for bushes now, where they collect money now. That's not who he is. So why arrest him that way? That's why I said some things need to change in Nigeria. Like no other has any right to be touching you, to be using his hands against you anyhow. You have arrest warrant. Show the person you want to arrest with the warrant. And then if the person don't follow, if the person that you strong get, hey, you can do anything. But if the person is not struggling with you and they've seen all that identification, they will follow you. But if you're not doing the right thing first, how do you expect the person to follow you? So to me, in my own opinion, that protest should pause. They should put a pause to that protest. Let the EFCC tell us or release, or let his lawyer come and tell us what EFCC say they have against him for him being arrested. So Captain Blaze is saying the right thing. I agree with him. Guys, please like this live stream. Those who want to protest, I beg, let that protest stop. Put a pause to it now. You've already announced it. Kurubu people will gather all of their troops again, tear gas, all of these things. They will come and meet you guys. And then people will never chop 3 square meals a day. We even never chop 2 square meals a day. They will be the one at the bread who will be bearing all of these things against them. So the VDM has lawyers. It has people who are already trying to secure his release. So Nigerians, I believe we can carry on with this online support for him, but that protest should stop until we know why he's been arrested, because there's only speculations we've been saying so far. So they're saying that we are not ready. We are not ready. We are not ready.
If we are not ready, a lot of things will still happen. Exactly. Many more will have to die. Many more will have to suffer.
Exactly.
For this system, this injustice system we will get for Nigeria. I imagine when my wife died, instead of my fellow victim Nigerians, where they're supposed to talk to me, the hospital do better.
So Freedom 2237, I understand you. That's why I said that I do not agree with the way he was arrested. That's why I've been saying from my other videos that some things need to change in Nigeria. If you want to arrest somebody, you approach them, show them the arrest warrant, identify yourself, then take them. If just like in the abroad, if they resist arrest, if after you've identified yourself, you've showed them proof of their arrest warrant, and if they are restricting arrest, if they're not conforming with you, if they're not coming with you, then you might use whatever force you want to use. But if they are not struggling to come with you, if you've identified yourself, you've showed them the arrest warrant, and if they are coming with you, why do you have to bundle them as if they don't exist? It's only if they are struggling to come with you that you might decide to use the force of being obviously somebody of the law. And so I do not agree with the way he's been arrested, and I believe I've been saying that since Thursday when I've been talking about this. I do not agree with the way he's been arrested, because it's a human being. He was arrested in an open space. The way they arrested him, it's not called for. It's not on at all. And this is one of the things that needs to change. Nobody like VDM is not the first one that's been arrested the way he's been arrested. We've seen how police officers will come arrest you. They will start by giving you bad boss before they even tell you what you've done, before they even tell you who they are. So yes, I'm not saying the way he's been arrested is the right way. It's totally wrong, but that protest should be stopped. People should put a stop to that protest, because as it is, we all don't know what is done. We all don't know who is behind his arrest. Yes, EFCC carried him, but we don't know who gave the shot. We don't know who gave the call. We don't know who gave the call. That's what I'm saying here. So all of you now go enter streets. When they now come out and say this is what he do, and they can't look like Mumu. say, hey, that's what you do. That is, oh yeah, everybody to your house. Wait until we know what he has been arrested for. We are clamoring to know why he's been arrested. The way he's been arrested is wrong, which we are calling out. But this protest should stop for now.
Better. Me ask to no reject emergency, then they drag me. Say, na me fuck up. It's funny. Of course.
Oga, I understand where this guy is coming from, Oga. You have your faults. And I already discussed it in a video when I did about this man. You have your faults. Your wife got pregnant. You assume that the midwife, the local midwife who was a midwife, who battered your other 2 children, might be able to do the same thing. But then I've said there no 2 pregnancies. They say me, I have 5 children and I have single birth. Those pregnancies, when I was having them, they were all different. No pregnancy was ever the same. You and your wife knew it was the best thing to go to hospital to do ultrasound, blah, 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 blah. But you did not think that it was right for you to take her to the hospital to go have a baby. So, okay, that was your fault there. It's not really about you. Yes, your wife is another one of the people that Nigerian happened to. We are sorry that happened to your wife. But now, VeryDarkMan, this is one of the things VeryDarkMan is clamoring for. But as it is, we don't know why he's been arrested. So if everybody now enters streets and EFCC got to say, oh, maybe allegedly, he collect money, or allegedly, he was involved in something, that people of the public are not aware of. So those of you that have now trooped to the streets now, you now heard what EFCC said they've arrested. Now, all of that will have the like what you do with that. So who's going to look like a fool? That's why I said that we are not ready yet. This protest should stop until we know why he's been arrested. Let's keep listening to this video. And I think there's somebody's in the house.
This will happen. Emergency if it come up, maybe you prepare or you not prepare. Do you know how many other pregnant women will don't die after my own wife?
I'm going to pause this video. Welcome, Comrade Amari. You have the floor. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for the good job. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll be listening to you and I'll be seeing some comments on the comment section too.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I understand your point of view. You're entitled to your opinion, right?
Yes, sir.
I cannot deny you of that one.
Yes, sir.
But if you say we are not ready, I don't know when we're going to be ready. And your reason is that we have to wait for EFCC to come up with a reason for his arrest.
Yes, sir.
My question is, which one comes first? Before you arrest somebody, the person must have assumed to have committed a crime. So allegation must have been there. You abduct somebody, you don't kidnap somebody in a Gestapo manner. In that, as if you are a kidnapper, you seize his phone, you beat them up, you start looking for allegation to put on them. You don't tantamount to putting the cart before the horse. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Before you make up your mind to go for arrest, you must have, a crime must have been committed. You must have done your due diligence, your investigation, so that you don't arrest the wrong person. So if you wait for them to come up, you don't arrest somebody since yesterday, you're waiting for, the reason for his arrest. The reason is supposed to have come first. You don't go for arrest when you don't know the reason why you arrested the person. Now you seize the phone, you're looking for issues where there are no issues. You want to make mountains out of a molehill so that you can have a justification for adopting him. VDM, honestly, is not a perfect human being. I'm not a perfect human being. You are not a perfect. I don't think any of us is perfect. It's a human being. So, VDM is a human being. Ordinarily, it's just an ordinary citizen. He's not an elected government official. What VDM is doing is a sign of a fair society where a non-state actor is trying to fill the vacuum or a lacuna created by the absence of a governance. Ordinarily, it's not a police. He's busy doing the work of police, recovering money for people on the social media. I mean, no matter how you see him, he might not have his own shortcomings. But the people he has recovered billions of money, the naira for, they don't see him in that way. They don't see him in that regard. They see him as their messiah. When these are the same people that will have gone to police, come today, come tomorrow, they will not get results. So they value him more than the police. So value him more than the judge in the court that will take your matter to Another criminal is waiting to delay you for 10 years, and you won't be fed up. So no matter how you feel it's not perfect, he represents different things to different people. So you cannot hold people for showing their grievances. Number one, no matter the crime he has committed, the way he was arrested was wrong. So people should not be, people should be allowed to air their grievances. We're not a military era. Even during Abacha, during IBB, people still protested. People protested. IBB ordinarily wasn't willing to leave. IBB was forced to step aside. Stepping aside means he was willing to come back. But today, he didn't come back because of pressure from Nigerian people. You know, even Nupe, the last thing Nupe wanted to do was to cause a stampede throughout Nigeria, to block every highway in Nigeria with their trucks. So he got to that extent. Ordinarily, people like IBB and Abacha were not ready to go. So the civilian, somebody that marched against the military, that called himself a Democrat under Nadeko, is behaving worse than Abacha and IBB. Everybody is silent. Are we on that sphere? Are they using something? Are they using Okume on any one of us? For those that are willing to protest, nobody should stop them. Let them go ahead and protest. Somebody said the SARS, it didn't work. SARS worked miraculously. The only thing that SARS lacked was leadership, because it was not centered on any individual, and they were not seeking to get a political power. SARS succeeded. If SARS has continued for another 12 or 24 hours, you could have seen the result. Even the few hours, the few days SARS lasted for, they all ran away. Tinubu was out. Akpabio was out. They all ran away from the country. For lack of leadership, nobody could, it was not built around any individual. So, they could not continue when they started, buying people around that toll gate. If that thing had continued, they were already regretting what they did, looking for how to cover up that one. International community was already, beaming their satellite on them. They were ready to, they were busy trying to cover up what they did. They wouldn't have been able to continue the decline of people. So, they could not continue beyond that level. If ISIS had continued beyond that night till the following day, you could have seen that would have been the end result of that regime. So, shutting people down, waiting for EFCC to come up with the reason for arresting VDM is tantamount to putting the cart before the horse. It's not the right way to go. It's not the best way to go. You should have gotten your reason for arresting him. You have come there with your warrant of arrest before coming to kidnap them. There were two. The other one has been released. Maybe VDM, going by his kind of nature, is still deviant in certain regard. Maybe he's not cooperating with them. They started cooking. He was the target anyway. Why do you steal people's phone? Searching for what? That's all. Your phone you are using there, you have your private issues. There are things that are private to you that you don't want the public to be aware of.
Yeah.
EFCC, you come, you work very black, telling them DSS. The only reason they gave the law yesterday was cyber stalking. What has cyber stalking got to do with EFCC? Is that their primary assignment?
No.
Is that the work of EFCC? How long do we continue in this oppression? People are coming here to preach tribalism and nonsense. These are the arrangements. These are the arrangements by our politicians to hold us back perpetually. Tribalism, religion, and political affiliation. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. This is where we are going backward. Poverty does not know tribe. Is there any special filling station today? Any gas station for Yoruba people where they are buying cheap food? Is there any special market for special Yoruba people where they are buying cheap food? Is there any special anywhere where Yoruba people are getting things cheaper than the Igbo people today? Is it not the same stuff for everybody? Is it not the same economy everybody is facing? Yeah. Why this tribalism here and there? Must we preach tribe? Must we play politics with everything? Enough of this nonsense. Enough of this nonsense. He does. Somebody is saying, "How will they protest for an individual?" The Arab Spring protest started with one person setting himself on fire. He can start from the church. He can start from the mosque. He can start from my house. He can start from anywhere. It doesn't have to be a government official. He could be an ordinary person, a child on the street. So you don't predict where this could be a trigger for the bigger revolution we have been talking about. Enough of this nonsense, madam. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much, sir. I said at some point earlier on that yes, this protest seems like it's what Nigerians want to do, and this protest might be a start of something. Even though people say they are going out to protest for him, it might possibly lead to the start of something. However, they've started announcing this protest. Oh, Tuesday, so place. If you actually want to achieve something with the kind of government that we have, you don't announce it publicly. You have to codedly be planning it. Codedly, okay, now, yes, this is what you want to do. You don't announce it to the public. All of you just come out, maybe 9 p.m. at night or 8 o'clock in the morning of that said Tuesday. Yes, you all know in the background that it's Tuesday, but you've made it open to the public. Now you've given them enough chance to prepare themselves to carry military, enter Lagos, or carry military, enter all of EFCC offices, and then other people who are coming there to canvass for him, they will also enter another problem. Hence why I said the way they are going on about this protest is not the right way. Hence why I want them to put a stop to it. Yes, it was said when they got to the EFCC offices that when they were speaking to the other guy, that they saw the arrest warrant. And yes, I did say the way he was arrested was totally wrong. Introduce yourself. If you be whatever you are, DSS, GSS, introduce yourself. It's not a Boko Haram. It's not those people that collect ransom in the bushes and say pie people. That's not him. He's somebody you know. So introduce yourself, show him his arrest warrant, and he will follow you. But if you don't give him, if you don't do all of those steps, if you don't follow all of those steps, if he decides to say he's not coming with you, then that's a different case. You know.
My sister.
So yes, sir, Mr. Ola.
I beg. You see, this protest, no protest. Nigeria in every corners. What made up the government of Nigeria are useless, corrupt, they don't work. You see, since this democracy came to Nigeria, right, the people that form all this SDP or whatever at that time, and Nadeco, some of them were like criminals at that time. Criminals in disguise. And some of them work on that Shagari regime. And those people, they didn't fit at them. You understand me? If you have to go back during Shagari time, what collapsed Shagari regime? Let me say, during that time, our military was still very, very disciplined. The police was still very, very disciplined. What collapsed that Shagari time was heavy corruption, even more than this one now. Only that this one, they could use media and formulate, as there are more areas now to borrow money. You understand me? They have World Bank, they have IMF. So during Shagari time, some of this body were not really actually formed that time. So Nigeria was broke. Nigeria could not pay salary for 1 year. That what brought Ubuari and Ediagbon to power. Now, you see, now what's going on in Nigeria is far more worse than Shagari time now. The thieves you see now that rule Nigeria, some of them came from America, some of them came from London, some of them came from Canada. It's not actually the home-based ones now. The ones that have money, who have been wanted, so. Majority of them in this power, they all be wanted somewhere, somehow. You understand me? And go down to local ones. The local ones, neither the jackpot or the useless one that also collect money for politicians when they were enjoying those days, during few time, then they call the jackpot now. Our boys, neither the Yahoo boys or they're into very nasty things. Everybody want to make money. It's not free for all. So there's not really no government. The government you see, they're not really government. They are gang of caught people who are ruling Nigeria now. You understand me? Nothing they can offer nobody. Nigeria is gone, far gone forever. Police, soldiers, they all do it. Do you know what happened to Nigeria? Nigeria will explode on their own like a gas from the ground. Boom! And then you will see all these politicians, they go to run. They go to wear slippers. Okada go to carry the run, go neighboring country. Bet 5 years from now, you go see them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Uncle Ola. Is that you, Abby? All right, okay. Now let's finish watching this guy's video.
Many will be say because they don't get social media presence, we don't hear about them. One of my friends for Lagos Island, when I go Lagos Island, he carried his wife go General Hospital. She won't go born. Now there she died with the baby. That was rich hospital. She pay. That one reach hospital. The husband pay all the money where they're supposed to pay. So sometimes we misplace our priority in Nigeria. Yes, we almost misplace our priority, and our governments already know this. That is why they are manipulating us. They make sure we will not unite, and we are gullibly attacking ourselves unnecessarily. Look at all the agitations in Nigeria, Yoruba Nation, Biafra, this and that. I will take Biafra for example. They are political elite. They love one Nigeria, one package Nigeria, where they favor them. But the ordinary ones, we feel say they are marginalized, and then they shout. So we no go hold ground. We no go hold ground. They make sure say we no go unite. This unity wey dey this country is top notch. Why? Because if we unite, we go do so much more. If we unite, the system sef go shake. If we unite,
the preacher, yes, there was an arrest warrant because his lawyer said there was an arrest warrant. So I don't know how. Obviously, they did the arrest backward. So they arrested him first before they showed him the arrest warrant allegedly. But according to the press release that his lawyer released yesterday or on Friday, he said there was an arrest warrant. I'm sure I screenshotted it somewhere. He said there was an arrest warrant.
Madam, cyber stalking is not the work of EFCC.
Yeah, sure. We understand, sir. Yeah, I was just saying because some people were like, oh, there was no arrest warrant. So there was an arrest warrant. So yeah, there was an arrest warrant.
Everything starts from disunity and hate for ourselves. Nigerians, we hate ourselves. We can quickly move on. We can quickly cancel people. I tell you, the way they arrest VDM now, a lot of people are happy. They are happy for only God knows why. They are happy because it's been everywhere. They're happy because it speaks the truth. They're happy because they felt it's not holy itself. Of course, nobody only pass. But at least the guy don't they try. He has been trying. He has been trying to, make sure say things go the way it's supposed to go for this country. But then Nigerians still they hate him. Now, why some people are happy for this detention like this? A lot of people are actually happy because VDM is under detention. Where are we going to start from? The government will not they deal with it. They know now where. Unfortunately, the kind character we dey for our body, not dey for the body of our leaders. The kind characters we will get as citizens to the hate ourselves, to the bash ourselves for no good reasons. Now the same character our leaders get. So don't get it twisted. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will still have to die for this kind of system, this injustice system of Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'm sure now that bank now call EFCC. Because bank and EFCC now 5 and 6 they do. Now them call EFCC say Muna come carry on a scapegoat. Now the reason why EFCC never issue any public notice, public statement, they see they find what they go take nail. Then the thing where they get to take nail VDM, it never solid enough. So they are looking for all possible means to take nail VDM so they can crucify him. And they are going to use fellow Nigerians, fellow victims of this country. Do you understand? So the matter go far.
So that's that about him. So Coco P has just again. I would love to know how long can they actually hold him for. So this is the video saying that he should be released, and yes, they have already people have started coming for the video as well. So apparently the video said outside all the noise, it's good to see the good ones does actually impact lives, and people actually appreciate the support I'm seeing. Yeah, so people have started dragging him as well. That say, "Come, Mr. Man, go sit down somewhere that it's not for him to talk." So Coco P has also this is the Oyinbo that is campaigning.
Hello, EFCC. This is a serious warning, and I hope you guys listen very well. You cannot arrest VeryDarkMan, a freedom fighter, like a Tory's leader. You guys should free VeryDarkMan within the next 48 hours.
I think that looks like an AI. That one is not real. It looks like an AI.
Warning, and I hope you guys listen very well. You cannot arrest.
This is not real. This is not real at all. We are too mature to fall for this. Even the approach, no reasonable Igbo woman will talk like that.
So his friend has also released another video right now. So his friend has released another I don't know what it's released, but I just saw that on. Let's hear what Lucky Udu has to say.
A lot of you might be wondering what exactly is happening to VeryDarkMan right now. I strongly suspect that he's being tortured. From the look of things, this is not the first time that something like this is happening in Nigeria or in any part of the world. What we heard is that they put a blindfold on his face. They took him to an unknown destination. They denied this young man access to his family, friends, and even his lawyers. And these people have refused to put out a press statement. People are saying that he's in EFCC's detention. How sure are we that he's truly there? So since they've refused to put out a press statement, let's just imagine that the worst situation is happening to VeryDarkMan right now. And from
I actually asked earlier on that how long can they hold him for? Because like here in the UK now, if they carry you, I think they can only hold you for, is it 48 hours or I don't know how. So does anybody know how long could they hold him for?
Okay.
The law says 24 hours, but they don't obey the laws.
Hours now.
In the UK, they hold you for 24 hours. However, if you're actually booked in on Friday, nobody's coming to save you until Monday. So it's the same thing, which is why somebody earlier said that they're waiting. I think he's his friend, whatever his name is, something or whatever. Yeah. His friend said if by tomorrow he's not released, then he will start dropping names. That was the point of his threat. Which makes sense regardless of if it's Nigeria, America, or the UK.
All right, okay. Thank you for clarifying that for us, Abby. Right, let's hear what
all indications.
Madam,
I strongly suspect.
Yeah, if you see why we have to protest. Look at what they did to Dele Farotimi. If not for the voices of Nigerians that spoke up for Dele, they were not ready. You see, everybody, all the sons that were ganging up against him, you saw the way they came down. You saw the way the voices of Nigerians brought them low.
Dele Farotimi's case is different. Dele Farotimi wrote a book. It came for just a few people. VeryDarkMan has crossed hundreds of people.
Most of the people he came for, is there no justification for coming out for them? I'm not looking at the approach now. He might not be 100% right. He's not a perfect human being. He's not even a lawyer. With the level of education he has, with the resources at his disposal, he's doing his best as a human being. He's doing this, most of the things out of frustration. I'm not saying he has not erred one way or the other, but then we have to drive away the hog before we blame the fowl. We should not allow them to oppress every one of us. Today, the other day it was delivered to me. Yesterday it was today is we're talking about the VeryDarkMan. Tomorrow it could be any one of us. Please, enough of this nonsense. What kind of country are we? Are we in a banana republic?
I hear you, sir. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, let's hear what Lockwood has to say.
That VeryDarkMan is being tortured. I'm going to list out some of the torture techniques that they could be using on VeryDarkMan. Number one is called the white torture. This is a psychological torture. How many of you know what they call solitary confinement? They'll put you in a small room. Everywhere will just be shining bright lights.
Right.
There's no noise.
I don't want to listen to this one. This one is trying to educate what we already know already. So Kokopi has said something. He just posted that a few minutes ago. So everybody has their opinion, but me, I still felt like it really shouldn't.
My bro, the online is our only force.
No, I think we've already listened to this. Another one he posted earlier on. He posted one about 2 minutes ago. Yeah, this is it.
The whole country is calling EFCC. All your top politicians and leaders are calling EFCC now. They don't ask EFCC what they see for video.
Yeah, I wish this one will give us
who are calling. So help me check that phone to know if EDM has anything against me, please. You know, elections are coming up.
Can you imagine? Did you guys?
Most of you
said what he just said. He said that some politicians are actually calling EFCC allegedly, saying that they should check EFCC. They should check VeryDarkMan's phone, in case he has something against them allegedly. Guys, are you hearing this? I don't know how through what this guy is talking. He said that people are like some politicians are calling EFCC asking that they should check. Like, let's listen.
Saying Mr. Chinwo, Bobrisky, Godfather, APC, Senate President, as a real Ratel and a supporter and follower of VDM, you should know. I'm not what I will tell you. You should know. VDM stands up against everybody. VDM is for all. One of the reasons why VDM is in this condition is because VDM is the only one that gives them condition for this country. No, you are wrong. You are right. So everybody they call now. That phone will open so people they fear me that secret not go open. EFCC, they will find what VDM know about EFCC. I mean, wait, none of these things.
We don't know. Tell us now.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, I don't
now
know.
When they go to the EFCC office, now we they go, now we they
yeah,
go, we know. Matter now, we know. Tomorrow and Monday, we know. All die and die. The whole country, all your politicians. So most of you who are saying that you are just as it stands now, VDM go on for broadcast, and VDM is refusing to say it. You know need to let anybody talk. Be quiet. Be quiet. You know why? The problem the boy is facing now, all of us need to stand by him. Just know everybody they call, even your godfather. They call because VDM get God the Father. Tomorrow is Monday. It's going to be.
Wala. So guys, for me, I'm still of the opinion that we should wait till we hear from EFCC. That's just my opinion. I know a few of us do not agree with that, but I think that would be the best way to go about this, because if we all enter streets now, and EFCC came out and say, okay, maybe he allegedly killed somebody or he allegedly did this. So how are we going to look? Those people that are on the street protesting, how will they look? How will they look?
Sorry, can I say something?
Yeah, Abby.
Can I say something, please?
Yes, Abby.
I feel like a couple people that have come on this platform to speak have literally gaslit us. Yeah, that's why I've not spoken, because I've actually been checking myself. First of all, I think we've established that yes, we have to start from somewhere. However, we're not stupid. This is not our first time protesting, and somebody.
Sorry, Abby. Grace Amayo, what are you talking about? Are you okay?
Please just leave that person. She did not listen with her ear. She listened with her nose. None have been replying her. Anyway, I feel like you can't. I was in the forefront of NSAS because I was part of FEMCO, and I did a lot of the posters that a lot of you here might have shared during NSAS with my own hands. I have now archived all of those things so nobody can educate me about NSAS. You cannot say a protest works or a protest worked when we still have the body in existence today. NSAS is still on the streets. That means it did not work. All that we were left with was just the seats. Well, we know that when Fashola came and was pretending to pick up a camera, all of the people that were in the forefront, where are they today? They've all relocated. A few of them that are still in Nigeria is because their dads is something or their moms is something. 2 of them are my friends and they have a podcast. That's the only reason they're still in Nigeria and free to travel. Even then, their passports were held for 3 months. They couldn't leave the country. They all went to uni with me here in the UK. So their parents thought it was a good idea to run back. They were not allowed to travel because they led an online protest. They provided lawyers. A lot of the lawyers that were going out to bail youth were young lawyers. Because we provided money, food, water, lawyers. That's why they were held. You're telling me a protest worked. Protests do not work in Nigeria because the majority of Nigerians are poor. You cannot get a hungry man to protest because once you give him 2,000 naira, he's going to shut up. That is why people like Tinubu will continue to win. Because when it's time for them to do their manifestos, they will write something else and then they will start giving everybody one bag of rice to share.
True.
The only reason that happens is because the majority of the country is poor. So why are you coming here gaslighting us about protests that have worked? How can NSAS have worked, but there's still NSAS on the streets today? But every week, we're still looking for a boy that has dreads or tattoos, and he's tagged as someone that does fraud or something. So what we're actually saying in essence is not whether Nigerians should protest or not. If they want to protest, by all means. We're just saying that there's an undertone of misplaced priorities.
Yes.
There are so many things to protest for. You cannot protest for one person.
One person, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
VDM is not even like you anymore. VDM is now a celebrity. VDM is way richer than most of you.
Exactly.
How many of you can boast that you have a lawyer on your beck and call? None of you. Me, I do because I have lawyers.
Yeah, I don't have lawyer. So if the cardi case come for me, I will need for lawyer.
Is not a lawyer. Can you boast that you have a lawyer at your beck and call? That is
privilege.
That is privilege. How many of you can go for all of these high in society's parties? None of you. That is privilege that VDM now has. How many of you has Davido's number? None of you. That is privilege VDM now has. VDM is no longer like you. Know that and have peace, Sabine, and no peace. This thing is not hard to comprehend, but you guys want to make it seem like we're against him or he should not be. Of course, by all means, he should not be in the position he's in.
Yeah.
That is why we're talking today. How dare you arrest somebody? But seeing that he was abducted, you people that came and said, oh, he was even blindfolded. Come on, man. And there's no video. And these things happen outside a busy bank. You guys even know that your story is not clear. It's not straight. That is why she said,
can I respond to her?
That is why she said, wait for there to be more information before you act. Because the information is not straight. How can he be abducted and treated so unfairly in public and not one video has been put on the internet, even anonymously? Come on, man. These things are not that hard.
Can I respond to you? Can I respond to her, madam?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You have the floor now, Mr.
All right. Thank you very much. Nobody is gaslighting anybody. I need justice to one, I need justice to all.
Sir, you
I want to start by
about NSAS. That was pure.
When you were talking, I listened to you. We cannot be talking over each other. So it will not make any sense.
You have the floor now, sir. You can
Thank you, madam. I will not even start from NSAS. I want to tell you the impact protest has made in Nigeria. It's not the best we can talk of like they have in America, UK, and other similar climes. But to a reasonable extent, I want to start from June 12, 1993. As soon as that election was over, results have started coming in. Remaining the one result from, was it Adamawa or so? So it was obvious, it was clear. It was clear to the blind and audible to the deaf that Abiola was leading. So they came up with reasons, as usual, to say why they should not continue to release the results. So at a point, they put a stop, they couldn't declare the winner. Abiola thought Abibi was a friend. So he thought it was a friendly affair. Little did he know that it was beyond that. The first interview he granted is like, oh, my picture in the picture of Abibi in my house is even more than my picture in my house. My own pictures in a portrait in Abibi's house are more than his own in his own. So when he now discovered that it was beyond that, he traveled to. Nigerians were angry, not because he was a Yoruba man, not because he was of UPN, not because of any other thing, but something was common to everybody: the people's mandate. Nobody could just wake up and truncate the people's mandate. So everybody took it up as a challenge. So students were angry. Students were ready to die. There were protests everywhere. We actually lost some people, some close friends. So Abiola traveled to America, to UK, from UK to America, thinking that the help could come from a Western nation that never even mean well for us. So when he was done, that the help he needed wasn't going to come from abroad, he came back. Well, MKO was away, the protest subsided. As soon as he came back, it was like pouring fuel on already existing a fire. So everything took off again. When he declared himself the winner at Edo, somewhere in Lagos, you need to see the ginger. It was like the coming of Holy Ghost on the day of Pentecost on the protesters. Everybody was ready to pay. You know, the arrangement on ground wasn't for. The arrangement LBB had was to transit from military ruler to a civilian ruler. The arrangement they had wasn't for them to even relinquish power to civilian. At least Nigerians, with the collective effort of Nigerians, truncated that effort of IBB. He led by saying he was stepping aside. While he was leaving, he did something people were not aware of. He planted Abacha behind. If he had wanted genuine reconciliation, genuine democracy, he would have retired the life of Abacha. He would have.
Sorry, sir. Continue, sir.
He would have retired the life of Abacha. It was a well-orchestrated arrangement between him and Abacha, so that Abacha could hold.
Continue, sir.
So that Abacha could hold forth for him while he was away, preparing to come back. But as soon as Abacha got there, Abacha, played the fast one on him. He didn't give him the opportunity to come back. Even in 2003, IBB wanted to come back as a civilian. But with the resistance from Nigerians, that was the end of IBB as far as Nigerian democracy is concerned. He hasn't come back. That was the result from a protest. So nobody can tell me what protest can do. Protest in our school, because of 100 naira increment in school, we were able to hold the school authority to ransom, and that thing was reversed. 100 naira increment, I'm telling you. So I've seen what protest can do for a people. I'm not an apostle of violence. I don't preach violence. So the answers you talk about, you were involved in the answers. I know that the way you talking. I'm not gaslighting you, but to a reasonable extent, answers was a success, a huge success, a huge success. If you know the number of Nigerians that have absconded from politicians that ran away from that country, you will be amazed. You will be shocked. So the only thing is that it could not continue beyond a certain level where they started shooting at the toll gate. That was what ended. If SAS had continued the following money, see, if I tell you the result, the result, you know, the result from SAS, you won't believe it because he ended the way he did. So look at Farotimi, look at Mojeresho. If not for protests, a lot of people have. You do know how many people Showore have released from police detention. Look at the boy that stood in the front of Obi during that 2023 presidential campaign. If not for people's protest, people's intervention, the boy will still be there today, languishing in jail. You telling me what protest can do? At this no result I've given you so far. You might not get it the way you want it, but one way or the other, protest will always yield results. Now, if the protest of tomorrow we facilitate EFCC to come up with the reason why they are adopting the video, which is not supposed to be. You're supposed to have a reason for arresting somebody. You're supposed to have a warrant of arrest for coming to arrest somebody.
Warrant should be
now,
shown.
the one you are giving his lawyer, does not even make sense. You're talking about cyber stalking. What has cyber stalking got to do with EFCC? Now you beat them up, you blindfolded them. To correct you, my madam, that was talking, we're not just hearing from the social media. Somebody that was with them, don't forget, 2 of them were arrested. One of them is out already. He confessed to us how they were arrested, how they were beaten. The boy could not even talk yesterday. He was trying to talk, he was coughing. So they had to rush him to hospital. Nobody is making anything up. What do we gain? What do we start to gain from making the issues up? They were beating, they were hitting them with guns, they were blowing them left, right, and center. They blindfolded them at a point. They didn't even know where they were going to.
Excuse me, sir. I have a couple questions for you. First of all,
go ahead.
Number one, we are all on social media, right? People lie all the time and exaggerate stories.
I'm talking to somebody that was involved, not people. Yes. I'm talking to somebody that was adopted with a GDM.
Yes. What do you mean? What does he have to gain? We don't know what he has to gain or lose. My point is that for how he was arrested and the reports that was given about how he was beaten, he was blindfolded, it was done publicly, but somehow there's no videos. That is very, very rare in Nigeria.
How would it be somebody that was involved, somebody that was arrested alongside with videos, and someone to say how he was arrested? Can you be more Catholic than the Pope? You want to be more Catholic than the Pope? Somebody's telling you what his experience, his life experience. You are here arguing with him.
We are not. Can we?
Are you? Sorry, sir. Do you live in Nigeria?
It doesn't matter. I live in the world. I live on Earth. I'm a human being.
I'm gonna mute both of you at a moment. So one thing I want us to understand is this. In case I'm just gonna quickly do a quick summary. At the beginning of the video, I did say that people want to go out and protest, whereas there are so many things that and is continuing to be an issue in Nigeria, and nobody has gone to the street to protest. And some of these things, VeryDarkMan talks about them. And like I said at the beginning, that VeryDarkMan alone cannot face and he cannot solve the issue we have in Nigeria right now. And I cited an instance of the allegation that was made by the National Association of Students. That guy, Atiku Isa Abubakar, alleging that he was bundled as well. He was assaulted. They stripped him naked. When he refused to take their 100 million. When that happened, why are Nigerians not on the streets? Because apparently this guy would have canvassed Nigerian students to maybe vote for Baba Tinubu in 2027, allegedly. We did not come out to the street. And I understand that VeryDarkMan is practically talking about the things that affect us. It's done good for some people, and the things that is sorted are things that most people in Nigeria are actually struggling about. And what Abi is trying to come at is that, as it is, VeryDarkMan has somebody that is advocating for him, which is his lawyer. VeryDarkMan has an advocator for him, which is his lawyer. So he's not being left alone. And I felt like what we can continue to do for him right now is the online support we are giving. Yes, GTB Bank members who have accounts are like, no, we are doing this. That's another way. But then, assuming VeryDarkMan no get lawyer now, where they talk say we want to try come out for where they that would have been a total case entirely. And to the person that will drop a comment, Grace somewhere or something, you said that, oh, should we leave him there? He's not being left there. VDM has a set of lawyers, in fact, a couple of them that are actually trying to facilitate his release. So I now ask you a question, Grace, if you read my comment, those people that were kidnapped, that were taken by those that were unalive by those herdsmen, who protested for them? This is all-round case. People in Benue, Uromi, Delta, Plateau, they are being impacted by all of these things that VeryDarkMan has been kicking against. Who has protested for them? There's hundreds of them. VDM is just one guy. I am not hating on him. Like I said, I'm like, whatever he's been doing in the past few days, I'm in support of him. I am kicking against the way he's been arrested. Okay? I am kicking against the way he's arrested. He's not being left there. He has a lawyer that is advocating for his release. So hence why I said this protesting is misplaced priority. Because look at what is happening in Nigeria right now. We all know what is going on in Nigeria. Like I said, a chance for people to hit the street for protest would have been the case of that guy that Tinubu allegedly arranged for him to be. If they even plan to unalive him, because you guys heard that video that I played to you guys, what he was told, that if anything happens, if they buy him, nothing will happen. People are not on the streets protesting, and people want to go and protest for VeryDarkMan. He has lawyers. He has a firm trying to get him out of prison. Assuming nobody's coming for him as a lawyer now, it's a different case. He has somebody, which means that he's going to come out at some point. So let's not mix it up. So what I've been saying is that if NSAS actually worked, we still have police still committing brutality. NSAS, all of their tactics, they just changed name. They are still the same authority in Nigeria. NSAS, now, so they just changed their name. They are still working the street of Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, look at the way they, even police on the streets, look at the way they do things. So we are not saying that if you want to protest, go ahead and do it. But I just felt that protesting right now is misplaced priority. VeryDarkMan has a lawyer. Assuming he doesn't have a lawyer now is a different case. In my own opinion, I do not think NSAS worked either. Because they told us that nobody was spied. And then after they did their reports, they brought a report saying that they dug a mass grave. Who were the people they put in the mass grave? Maybe they said nobody was spied. Who were the people they collected money for to dig mass grave for? So this is what I'm saying here. This is a misplaced priority. Nigerian youths, if you want to go and protest, kudos to you, go do it. But then I just felt like this is not the time. That protest maybe should come afterwards. And it should have come prior to now that VeryDarkMan was arrested. So that's just I think that's
can I say that when older people, no disrespect, but I'm under 30, so when people that are over 40 years old want to tell us about what happened in 1983, amazing. Things have changed. No, things have changed. Telling me about a protest that happened 30 years ago is not the solution, because you know why? Even as a teenager, I saw our politicians be more careful. Our politicians, for whatever reason best known to them, now have more audacity. You cannot compare, even from schools as well. Even we, the youth, we now have more audacity. We never used to talk. I can now tell my dad I don't like what he did, and my dad will apologize to me. Times have changed. So talking about something that worked 20 years ago is not the way forward. The same way I said all this noise about, oh, I want to remove my money from GTB Bank. Every time I go on X, people are complaining about every single bank in Nigeria. So is that the solution? You guys are always looking for a quick fix. A quick fix is not what Nigeria needs. And this is exactly what is going to happen with this VDM case. It is a fix. It is a quick fix. And that is the problem here. How can you say something worked when it did not end? It did not work. And then saying, oh, the next day, if we took it one, we could not take it one more day because the military was deployed. That means it was a fail.
Madam, people are already complaining on the comment section. I want to quickly respond to what she said.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, things are even supposed to be better. In those days you're talking about 83, 93, there was no social media. We only waited for 7 p.m. net NTA news. They would just cook something and dish it out. Whatever the garbage, everything they want to throw at us, they want us to accept it, hook, line, and sinker. 7 o'clock news. Television will not open until I think 5, 6 in the evening. You know, they will close at 11, 12. You know, now anything happening in Abuja, you know, the war has become a global village. And again, there's no way anybody can come here and tell me, no matter how you think this mafia in charge is tough, no matter how tough he is, cannot be tougher than Abacha and IBB. So, well, what is the difference? If we could get result then, we're not getting result now because people have become very, very gullible. We have been divided along tribal, religious, and political sentiments. That's why we're not getting, and we're able to get results. I just gave you instances, not 1983, not 1993. I gave you instances of the Farotimi. I gave you instances of Omoyele Sowore. I gave you instances of the boy that stood in the front of Obi. Those ones are not result for you. I don't know what will be result for you from protests. I don't know what you mean by they are not getting results. I'm not talking of 1993. I started from 1993. I ended about something that happened 2 months ago, less than 2 months ago. For the obedient a guy that was there for months, nobody was aware until the lady activist spoke out and Nigeria took it from there. The voices of Nigeria, but in fact, they have to even hurry up to get him out of that place. The day he was supposed to appear in court, they have to bring it further. They have to, bring with it. It was supposed to be in 2 weeks to appear in court. They have to shorten the time to hurry up to bring that boy out of that because they know what Nigerians can do when we come together. They know what the people can achieve when they come together. You telling me protests don't work? I don't know what you mean by things have changed. Things are supposed to be better. Things are supposed to change for our advantage because we have a lot of things at our disposal that we didn't have in 1983 and 1993. There's enough of this gullibility and
she's not practically saying protests is not what she was just saying that NSAS. Did NSAS change anything? In your own opinion, do you think NSAS changed anything?
Madam, I was on ground. I can tell you categorically the number of politicians that fled Nigeria. They were not even sure of what the end would be. Yeah. They knew how it started. They didn't know how it was going to end. That thing they did.
But they are back in Nigeria now, Abi.
Because we stopped. Because we are quiet. Because they intimidated us. And we fell for their intimidation. Let me even tell you what happened, madam. Let me shock you one. I'm close to most of this.
I was part of the FEMCO. Also, let me tell you something. When Wizkid release music next week now, all of you will dance and forget it.
People are already dancing to the video song. Go da 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 da. People
are telling me times have not changed. That's my point about times changing. Is the fact that everything is just about sensation. Everything is just about
things have actually changed for the better.
That's my point.
It's just that we're not taking advantage of the situation we have.
No problem. We're saying the same thing, but you're telling me very little instances of what has changed. And the thing about this change you're talking about is that the change is very.
Abby, what happened to your connection? We can't hear
you. So
it's
short-lived, so it's not successful. I don't know if we need to define what successful means. It's not successful if it's short-lived now. They will change. You said, oh, they change it to 100 naira. They will still find a way to take that 100 naira back from you. That is very short-lived, and that is not success. That's all I'm saying, sir. This is not even I'm not even arguing with you. You are right. All the things you know, I don't know. Again, I was not born in 1993, so I don't know. But I'm just trying to explain to you that even as a youth, I am fed up with the fact that all of our noise is very, very quick. Next week again, they will distract us with one nonsense. Portable will do one rubbish, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
And it's tiring. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about VDM. Why does it take VDM? When they release VDM now, we move on.
I wish that NSAS went on for weeks. We would have taken Nigeria back. And then
even for another day, madam, for another day, not just for weeks, for another day. If they are continued that night, the night they did that havoc, they committed those atrocities. If you had continued the following day, they were tired of, they have killed enough. They were tired of, they were already regretting what they did. They were already denying who deployed the military. somebody was blaming Jagaban. Jagaban was blaming governor. Governor was blaming Buhari. Buhari was blaming. You could see that they were already divided because of that little havoc they committed. I mean, not little havoc, because of that serious havoc they committed. See, you saying that this is just an individual. The Arab Spring that took the Arab nations are unaware. He started by one individual. He set him. Nobody even arrested him. He set himself on fire. He poured something on his hand and ignited himself. So revolution can take any shape. It can start from anywhere. It doesn't have to start from marketplace. It doesn't have to start by millions of people. That one started by one individual, setting himself on fire, setting himself ablaze. It wasn't police that arrested him. It wasn't police that shot him. It wasn't the EFCC that abducted him. So I'm telling you what protests can achieve. What people, not just protest, what people can achieve when they come together. There is power in the people. The power in the people is greater than the power in the politicians. The power they have emanates from the power of the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people. They are supposed to be trustees. They are there representing our people. Actually, they're supposed to be our servants, not our rulers. Power belongs to the people. Nobody can be more powerful than the people. The person tells you state capture. Nobody, no human being, not even IBB Abacha, could capture Nigeria if Nigerians are not willing to surrender. We should get this thing straight and know the power that we have. Enough of this, they will kill us. Are they not killing us all the same? Even when we were not protesting. The ones that died in Benue, were they protesting? The ones that died in George, were they protesting?
Thank you, sir, Comrade Omoruri. I'm going to allow some people.
We are dying every day. We are dying every day.
Thank you so much, sir, Comrade Omoruri. I've got a couple of people who I also want them to hear their opinion and views as well. So I'm going to mute it from my hand. So Zeno, that's you on stage. I've got you on stage. So feel free to hear your views.
Good afternoon here. So good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I just have one question. Why should I am literally below 30, have to come and fight a fight that somebody that's 2 times my age? You guys you've been giving us history lessons of what has happened years and years and years and years to come. Not once did you guys change anything. And then now we're saying we want to do it differently, or we're asking questions that somehow somebody somewhere didn't think to ask. But you're coming to tell me that my questions are now valid because of things that has happened 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 40 years ago. Nobody's saying what happened to VeryDarkMan is right. However, priorities. Things have been happening in Nigeria. Even VeryDarkMan has been saying things that are happening. When he was out, why didn't you guys come out and say, let's go and protest together?
Exactly.
Even you that saying we should go and protest, if somebody comes now and kills somebody's child, what would you say? What would that change? Whenever NSAS happened, how many people died? Children that had their parents had nothing to write home about. They had nothing. They just wanted a better Nigeria. They just wanted something to change, and they died. Then now you are saying they should come out and go and protest. And then not only are you coming out to protest, you have no tact. You have not learned from your mistakes. You are giving them location and time. You are giving them days to prepare. So when they come out and attack you and start killing people, what will happen? And you are saying protest works. The people that are protesting abroad, is that how you have seen them do it?
Is that a question for me? Let me answer you.
Please do. Because honestly, and I also want to know, I hope you'll be there protesting when you are telling people to come out and protest.
All right, madam, you don't know who is talking, so you wouldn't know where I'm coming from. So I'm not here to blow my trouble. It's not about me. If it's about me, I will tell you, I will show certain things and discuss and everything. I don't know where you are. You may be in America. I'll give you an example of America, for example. The America that people are enjoying today, in America, the black man could not eat in the same restaurant with the white man, even if he had his own money. In America, the black man could not enter the same bus with the white, even if he has the transport fare. In America, they could not attend the same school. I have a lot of things to name for you. It took the effort of individuals. It took the individual of a lady. One day she was sitting down on the seat. As soon as a young white boy entered, she was forced to get up and she refused to get up from her seat. That changed a lot of things. I'm telling you what individual can do when they make up their mind. Number one. Number two, Martin Luther King saw something that was wrong in the discrimination against his people. He took it upon himself. He wasn't even an activist, he wasn't a violent person. He was a reverend father. He was a reverend father. He took it upon himself that enough of this nonsense. What I'm going through, my people, my children will not go through this. There was another guy, Malcolm S., who believed in violence, who was against Martin Luther King for not being violent. Martin Luther King said to Malcolm S., he said, darkness cannot drive away darkness, only light can. So Malcolm X was of a different opinion that how can they be killing us? You're telling us to just march on the streets. At the end of the day, who succeeded? Martin Luther King succeeded more than Malcolm X, though he wasn't violent. If you look at his last speech, I've been to Mountain Top. He was aware. He was foretelling his death. He saw his death coming. He said, like every other being, I would like to live long, but it doesn't matter to me now. I've been to the Mountain Top. He was ready to pay the ultimate price. They're killing us, they're killing us. Do you know how many people died during the American civil rights movement? Today, America is a better place. It might not be Eldorado, it might not be heaven on earth. At least it has given opportunity for the black children to attend the same school with the whites. It has given them a semblance of a recognition. It has given the opportunity to go to any restaurant they want to eat if they can pay for it. They can enter any bus, they can buy any vehicle they want to buy if they have the money. Somebody paid the price. You know how many people died? He saw his death coming. It doesn't matter to me now. Ordinarily, I would like to live like every other human being. Still, longevity is a virtue, but it doesn't matter now. He was ready to pay his price. Less than 20 minutes after that speech, he was assassinated. You are here talking about the killing us, the killing us. Do you know the price they pay to get the freedom that you are enjoying where you live today, whether UK, whether America, wherever?
Thank you so much, sir. So I'm just going to take other people's views. So Grace, I believe that Grace, you are on stage. Unmute yourself, please. And just before you talk, guys, can we please be respectful with our comments? I wouldn't want to block anybody, okay? I want us to respect each other's views. I wouldn't tolerate any disrespect. If you drop any disrespectful comment, I will remove you and I'll block you. That is not
Mama Five, good afternoon or good Mama Five, good evening.
Good evening, welcome.
I'm an adult and I won't be insulting you, okay?
It's okay. I'm seeing comments in the comment section about people insulting others.
Yes, my comment, like I said, I was expressing my opinion. That is because when you were talking about the protest, it's not about the protest. If you are saying, let's not protest because Nigeria is not ready, because people might die because of end SARS or whatever it was. But when you guys were like, why must we protest because of one particular individual, right? It could be anybody. It could be me. It could be you. It could be your brother. It could be your sister.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. Let me stop you there. Remember the boy. Remember the boy that stood in front of Peter Obi's car. How many people came out to protest for him when we heard that he was wrongly jailed?
Yeah, this is where I'm coming from. Okay. All of this happened. Nothing happened. Things can start one day, one time. Okay, and if you look at it, VDM is not perfect, like I stated in my comments. VDM is not perfect. No one is. VDM presents certain things in a way that you think is rude, but all of the things that he's addressing is something that either somebody brings it to the social media. You talked about the NANS president.
Yeah,
he was actually addressing that issue. When I joined another podcast, I'm not going to mention name. The guy was on your platform today. He actually spoke, right? When I joined, we talked about it. The thing is that the way he comes up could be annoying to some people, but he has actually addressed that NANS president matter, and he went one by one pinpointing who should be held accountable. When the NANS president was talking about it, he did not even analyze it to the extent that VDM analyzed it, all right? All of those is like he's stepping on people's toes. Whatever he has spoken about is the truth about what is happening in the society. The way he was arrested, before you arrest somebody, there should be arrest warrant. There should be. So when you said, okay, let's not protest, let's wait until EFCC comes up with the reason why he was arrested. We saw Coco B and his friend that and the brother, when they took food to him, they did not allow them access.
True.
Even his lawyer that is representing him, I'm not sure he's had access to him yet. We don't know where he is. What if he comes out, or if he doesn't come out, or he dies? Whatever reason that has made them to take him there, that shouldn't be what we are waiting for. We don't know where he is up to now. People are speculating with one thing, the other, the other. It could be me tomorrow. It could be anybody. If we don't start reacting, coming out, speaking to the injustice from a particular point, the reason why people are reacting like this, wanting to demonstrate on the street, is because VDM has been speaking to people, speaking about people. You talked about the kidnapping and the killing of people. Did they come out in the street? But VDM also spoke about it. Him alone cannot come and say, let's go and go into the street. VDM does not actually advocate for violence, but he speaks. You understand? This is the area I was. That's why I said, let me come into your studio and clarify what I'm not here to bash you, to tell you what to speak on your platform.
I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
I was actually expressing my own view that we should start from somewhere. People say Nigerians are not ready. So when we addressed an issue yesterday on another platform, and my dear brother said, I'm of the opinion that Nigerians are ready to go. Because he said Nigerians are not ready. He said,
you
okay,
remember the same person we are both referring to said that we do not have the things that we need. If you say we are ready.
So he said, then he asked people, if you are from Nigeria, tell me 2 reasons why you think Nigerians are ready. I said, well, I'm not calling from Nigeria, but let me give you an example. When they did, now your mama be this, so, and then they responded, now your mama. I said, if Nigeria can start speaking in one voice, we are stepping up. Things start from one day, start from somewhere. That's why I'm saying we don't have to wait for EFCC because we don't know where VDM is. If we have 2-3 people like VDM, things will begin to change. VDM is not a messiah, it's not, but he tried in his own way, but his approach could be hurting other people. He takes it and fights. He doesn't say, oh, okay, whom am I hurting? That is just his fault. Whatever they found on his phone, whatever they comes up with, the reason why they are holding him, it does not justify the way they picked him. That's what we are saying. He had fought for the voiceless. He had fought for a lot of people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to back you. It is your platform. I respect you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I apologize if I sounded a little bit off on you there. I apologize for that. So thank you so much, Ma, for clarifying that. I'm sure those of us in the comment section have read that. So I'm going to allow other people comment, and please, when I get you onto the studio, I'm going to put you all on a countdown of 5 minutes. If you have anything to say, you have 5 minutes to say whatever you say. So once I bring you onto the studio, 5 minutes. So I've got Sam the educator here. So I'm just going to check if others are already mute. Okay.
Thank you for bringing me on. Bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you so much, ma. So Sam, that's you on this inside the studio now, and your 5 minutes starts now. Please unmute yourself. Sam the educator, are you there?
Yes. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Your 5 minutes starts.
Yeah, I might not even spend up to 5 minutes. Thank you so much for this platform. I just came on YouTube and I was seeing this by the normal Nigerian culture and noise making people that we are. I actually expected that by Monday we would see people coming out to talk about protest and all. And so if you ask me, I listened to Abby, and first I must say, Abby, you are a very intelligent young lady who is below 30 and so passionate about an ideal society and seeing change happen in society, right? And so my oga that was, speaking, honestly speaking, he's speaking from a, what are you saying?
His name, I think, is Comrade Omori. He's still here.
Oh, comrade. Okay. So my comrade, sir, honestly, I appreciate your point of view, and trust me, no one was gaslighting the other in your arguments, right? You just need to come to a place of compromise. So for me, the protest is not a bad idea, but like we said, it is a peaceful protest. The problem is we think that protest must be violent. It mustn't be violent. It's simply saying we are lending our voice to say, but of course we know even our security details and security agencies, right? They would always turn it into something else with the tear gas and all, right? But we can come out peacefully to lend our voice. Now, I know a lot of us were saying there are other things that happened, there are other killings that happened in Plateau, in Benue, and all. No one came out to protest. But trust me, just as we think that it's only the politicians that know how to fight for priority personalities, even among the masses, there are priority personalities too. And for me, VDM is a priority personality because of the course he has taken upon himself. Trust me, whether we like it or not, we cannot run down the impact of VDM, whether we like it or not. But unfortunately, we live in a world where truth has become abnormal, right? And so, because he's a person of truth, a lot of people feel like, oh, not minding your business will have led you into all of this. But no, we need the truth to prevail in this nation. And like Comrade rightly said, guess what? It is true that protest is risky, whether we like it or not. Some people we have to still. One may say, "Oh, me, I'm scared. Me, I don't want to come out. I don't want to come fight and all." But trust me. Even this Nigeria we are living in today, a lot of people has paid for where we are with their blood. You think independence came? I was doing an analysis, right? Nnamdi Azikiwe, for instance, I think he was the oldest, among those who fought for independence, if I'm not mistaken, right? And as at 1906, when he was born, his father was working as a clerk for the colonial masters, right? Now, because whether we like it or not, age and wisdom are two different things. So all of those, if you are sitting down, if you're an adult, sit down, blah, blah, blah. No. His father endured the colonial masters working as a clerk. Nnamdi Azikiwe, as a child, as a teenager, was growing up with a different mindset. And in the long run, he was among those that fought for independence that the fathers could not do. So guess what? Freedom will always come because certain people are willing to put their life at stake. The Christianity we enjoy today, right, came from one man coming with a different ideology. And people say, what new doctrine is this? Today we have billions of people in that new doctrine they questioned centuries ago. So whether we like it or not, change will come if people are willing to pay the price for it. So for me, coming out to protest again for VDM is not a bad idea, but it should be peaceful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it must be peaceful, but then do Nigerians know what peaceful means?
Sorry, please, I have a question.
Practice peaceful.
I'm sorry. I just have a question. Is the protest for VDM or is the protest for Nigeria? Because I'm confused.
I believe we obviously.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Hey. All right, thank you once again.
Yes,
see,
sir.
Even the NSAS protest wasn't actually about NSAS. There were a lot of things, but the title was just NSAS. It wasn't about ending police brutality alone. A lot of things were embedded in that NSAS protest. A lot of things: bad governance, darkness, no electricity, bad roads, no hospital, were embedded in that thing. But it was coined NSAS protest because of what happened in Ugeli, somewhere, Delta State. You know, the way somebody was brutalized, and that was what triggered that NSAS. That was why he had that title. It was actually beyond ending police brutality. So this might start with release the VDM. Other things are embedded in it. It has to do with enough of oppression, enough of bad governance, enough of hunger in the land, enough of insecurity. It could come in later. We have to start from somewhere. This is my point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Zeno, does that answer your question?
I plead the fifth.
Right. Okay. So, right. I think I saw an update earlier, and I wanted to share my screen with you. Somebody else, because I mean, I don't like putting something without putting the proof here. So I saw something from a man, and I wanted to share it with you guys earlier on. And guys, I'm going to take some people off so that we can allow other people come in so that they could hear their views as well. So let's hear what this man has to say.
Was blindfolded, have been taken to EFCC office in Abuja. The alleged information reaching me now is that VeryDarkMan was whisked away by the EFCC. I don't know his offense, if he's guilty or not. That is not my edict. But my edict is, why arresting someone like a kidnapper? See, that will tell you that the country is not safe for everybody. Because I know when you want to arrest somebody, he must pass the due process.
Yeah.
Have they invited him that he refused to come? I don't see the reason why he should be treated this way. Just carry person like the way kidnapper they take out people. Is it a threat to the society? Even the people that are threat to the society, you people don't arrest them this way. So what is really going on? What is exactly going on in Nigeria? How can we differentiate EFCC from the kidnappers?
Exactly.
Because the Oga come that they tell us, say, anybody that call you, ask him of his ID card, then to know if he's real EFCC or not. Okay, now look at this kind of action. Picking somebody this way is not safe for every one of us in this country anymore. This is not how a security agency should operate.
Absolutely.
I tell you for free, because we cannot differentiate kidnapper from the EFCC or differentiate kidnapper from the police. If they should start acting this way, anybody can just carry a gun and come and cover somebody's face and cover their own face and move. So the GTB bank have to show us the full footage of what happened inside the bank. The GTB bank has to explain to us. That is just the truth. We need to know exactly what is going on.
Followed my mom to the bank and he posted that, yes, so he's in GT Bank and they are trying to sort out things and the bank actually complying with him. Next moment, I got a call from my mom. She was crying that policemen came and arrested my brother. On what basis? Is it a crime that you come and speak out for Nigeria when people are blind?
We're already aware of this story. I don't know if it's Baba that is still talking. Anyway, I've dropped the link in the comment section as well. If you want to jump into the studio to come hear your views, should this protest...
Fellow Nigerians, I just they come out of this thing right now.
Should this protest carry on, or obviously, just like Isam said there, that is of the opinion that the protest should carry on, however, it should be peaceful. Then my question now is that, can a protest ever be peaceful in Nigeria? Okay, even if we say, okay, yeah, peaceful protest, can you guarantee protest? So comment section, whoever wants to come to the into the studio, feel free to do so.
But can I answer that question? Can I answer the question you raised? All right.
Sir, yes.
Number one, I want to make people understand that peaceful protest is an inalienable constitutional right of citizens. It's our right. Civil disobedience is our right. It's part of our constitution. We have the right to protest. You know that. Number one, that one should be guaranteed. Everybody should be aware of that. Yes. Another thing we cannot guarantee is they will come out with their act of intimidation, their tear gas, whatever, whether it's peaceful or not. They don't want. If there's anything they don't want to see, is the unity of the people. That's why they play the ethnic card, the tribal card, the religious card, and the political card. They will bring those ones to the table. When they want to loot our money, they want to share our commonwealth. They don't quarrel. They don't discriminate against Yoruba. If they are going to Abuja to share our money, they don't know who is Yoruba, who is Igbo, who is Hausa. When it comes to the commonwealth, that has to do with the masses, we start discriminating. They start dividing us. We're fighting among ourselves, so we cannot unite and team up against our common enemies. So, are they going to come up with police? Definitely. What are they supposed to do? They're supposed to protect the protesters. Are they going to protect us? They might not. They want to shoot tear gas because they don't want to see people protesting against the atrocities. So that is where we draw the line between, if we are going, guys, you know, we used to have a organization those days, different organization when you, before we embark on protest strategy, we have mobilization, we have, you know, there are people, when we are not sure of police protests, there are people that will do the work of police to make sure that the protest is not hijacked, you know, by hoodlums. We protect ourselves, we have a way of organizing ourselves so that it doesn't go out of hand. Even when they will certainly come with tear gas, when they discover that we are trying to outnumber them, the only thing they do, because they are very few, if you count the number of police in Nigeria, they cannot match us. The politicians that are oppressing us today, they are not up to 2%. They are not even up to 1% of our population. So when we try to come together, they know that we will outnumber them, we will overpower them. So what they do is to come out with intimidation. Number one, the thing they do is to shoot tear gas. If we have a way of resisting tear gas those days, you know what we do? We will buy our white handkerchief. We soak it in kerosene. We tie our nose.
During my secondary school days, I remember.
They would throw tear gas to us. Before it explodes, we will grab it and return it to them. So, madam, I don't want to go into certain things. Somebody telling me, whether you are in Nigeria, you don't know where I'm coming from. I'm not here to tell you where I'm coming from. So, to tell you how Abacha and IDP left, that would have given you an insight of what I'm saying. So, people, we don't want to protest because they're going to kill us. Now that we are not protesting, are they not killing us every day?
Yeah, see, let's use one
just relax.
I don't want us to use.
If we protest, they're doing this. If we don't protest at all, what do you think they're going to do? They will bury all of us.
Stick by everybody, yeah, true.
Thank you, madam. That's my humble submission.
Thank you so much. I want to quickly play this video. It's from a pastor, a baba like that. Let's listen to it.
GPT, GTB, GPT. Let's interpret it for them. Yes, if people like us kept quiet, meaning that the less fortunate people can be embarrassed at any given time. You can't seize VeryDarkMan. It's more powerful than your bank. You make it more popular. We don't need to talk about this. But you make it very, very more popular. I don't know who are the management of the bank that they cannot sit down. All they do is to arrest journalists. Go on, sit on GTO, GTBT. Yes. You can come and arrest me. I'm waiting. I just know it's just rubbish. Let's be honest. Because if you believe that they oppress people, they come to oppress the poor. There's a step you take that will crash your system. I'm only appealing to the management of GTB Bank or GBT Bank or GTB Bank. I don't know what the bank is all about. But I think I don't know how to pronounce well. But I'm not learning. But the way I look at the bank from the story, they call it I call it GBT Bank, GTD Bank, GBT Bank. Release the man and let that be.
Anyway, guys, you guys heard that. So, right, I think we should be rounding up now. So, like I said, everybody, we all have our opinions, and I'm going to respect each and every one of your opinions. Okay, whoever wants to go out for protest, well, it's your call, and I hope it's peaceful. And obviously, I think there's this guy I saw on Instagram. His name is Isaac Fayoshi. I think his brother was once an ex-governor of Ondo State or something. He's one of the people who is actually fronting one of the, I think it's the one fronting the protest in Abuja. He's the one who's been printing all the flyers. So, like I said, everybody all have their thoughts and opinion. Like I said, I want people to respect my opinion as well. Yes, most of the things, whatever it is that led VeryDarkMan to EFCC's cage right now, I believe originate from all of the things is one of many things he's been talking about, and all of this, one of these many things that he's been talking about are things that's actually been affecting each and every Nigerian. Even me that I'm in diaspora here, is affecting me one way or the other. And my opinion was that, okay, there was an arrest, there was an arrest warrant, and just like Omori said there, that the arrest warrant was cyberbullying. EFCC has no business with cyberbullying. So only if there's something else that he was arrested for that relates or that connects EFCC to him that we don't know yet. Hence why I was of the opinion that the protest should pause for now. Let us know why or what exactly EFCC is holding him for. And like I said, it's not for those people who came in later on. VeryDarkMan is not being left on his own. He has a counsel. He has a legal counsel that is clamoring for his release. So I would not say he's been left alone. And I would not say because I have not said that's why I want him not to be protested for. The lawyer is there trying to get him out. So why don't we just chill, relax? Yes, we know this protest is going to happen at some point. Why don't we just hear exactly what EFCC has on him? And then from there, we decide, we'll move forward. So he's not being left on his own. And just like I said earlier on that, okay, look at the people that have been quiet, that have been, all these ex-men buying and all of that. Why was this protest not done then? And if VeryDarkMan actually wanted people to protest, when he was talking about all those things, he could have started a protest himself. He has the following. He has a strong following. He could have instigated a protest for all those time, but he was lending his voice. And I felt that was why I said, I know that protest should pause till we actually know what exactly EFCC is being helpful. But just like everybody has said, EFCC no get business with cyberbullying. It's not their beauty. It's not their job. Maybe there's something they've actually held or they have. That is why they are still keeping hold of him. But like I said, just like everybody has advised here, if you want to go out on the protest, make sure you're joining the peaceful one. If it starts to go awire, well, Olukaluku, they know their father's house. That's just what I'm going to say. That's just what I'm going to say there. Okay. Like lasting words, please. I'll start from Abby so we can round up. Abby, lasting words before we round up.
I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to say that Sa, the comrade, obviously he knows his stuff. He's much older, has the experience. So I am not in any way putting down his own opinions or saying that they don't stand. I'm just also of a different opinion, and of a different generation. And I think that my fears are also valid. So that's I'm just want to make that clear. I've been joking a lot in the comments. It's all a joke. I respect your opinion, sir. And clearly you know what you're talking about. I just have fears as a younger Nigerian that saw NSAS go left. And I wish things were different. I don't consider that success, because for me, success is absolute to a very large extent. I feel like towards the end, we were gaslit and deceived, And for me, I always say my question when the older ones tell us the youth to go protest, I'm of the opinion that if the parents actually went with us, they might have more respect for us. The same way the Air Force barricaded the civilians from the police is the same way I feel like our parents should be the barricade. I think they will have more respect for us. I'm tired of your mistakes. The mistakes that the older generation have made somehow has now become our own burden. And the reality is that some of us, I'm 30 in about 2 years, and I don't really remember Nigeria having a good government. I'm going to have children, and it's just getting worse. So my fears are valid because for NSAS, the world was watching. I have never seen anything like that. We trended because I was more on, because I do have a platform on social media, and I was more involved on social media and did a lot of the posters. Like I said, a lot of you might even know posters that I created because that's how viral that it went. And we trended for weeks, guys, number one on social media. And the world was watching for the very first time since I was born, or since I've been an adult and understood what was going on. And the government still had the audacity. They turned off the lights and they did that. It is scary, because the question now is, are we ever going to have a peaceful protest if they can do that even with the world watching? So that is my fear. And I think every young Nigerian's fear is valid. Because we've been treated like this is just one of the worst governments. They have so much audacity. It's actually scary. So that's that.
Thank you so much for that roundup there. Thanks so much, Abby. And Abby's one of our followers. Thank you so much, Abby. Right, Comrade Omori, would you like to give us a closing roundup, please? Because we are rounding up.
Thank you, madam, for the opportunity. Abby, I salute your courage. I want to apologize to you. So I have seen some comments on the comment section. That's the nature of my voice. When I'm emotional, sometimes my voice could be very high. I'm not agree with you.
Gen Z residents in the comment section.
I salute your courage. I salute your sense of maturity and your intelligence. So thank you for the role you played in NSAS. You have every reason to be scared. You have every reason to be doubtful. And if we do what we're doing, they're doing this to us. If we don't do anything at all, it's going to be worse. And from whether protest will work or not, I want to tell our audience that protest is our inalienable right. Civil disobedience is our inalienable right. Nobody can take that from us, no matter how they try to intimidate us. And I want to encourage every one of us that we are very powerful. Sovereignty resides with the people. The authority of the government emanates from the sovereignty that belongs to the people. The power of the people is stronger and mightier than those in power. So they derive their authority from us. So they're actually our servants, not our rulers. So we should not be gullible. We should not be subservient. We should not allow them to manipulate us and divide us along religious, tribal, and political lines. So the only thing that is making them look stronger than us is our division, our own disagreement and acrimony. When we come together, they will run. They know that for sure. Tinubu knows that for sure. Because he pretended to be an Adeko. He was one of the people we look up to as a strategist. Without passport, we could live, we could escape from Nigeria without passport to UK and America under Tinubu. You know, when he pretended to be an Adeko, little did we know that we are creating a bigger monster than the Abacha and IBB we were fighting against. So, my point is, I want to crown it up by proving myself that protests do work. In 1993, there was a general election, presidential election, won by MPO Abiola. The people's mandate was truncated. Abiola was ready to pay the price. When he came back, he was ready to die for what he believed in. He didn't mind his business. He didn't mind his family. He didn't mind his billions. He was ready to put his life on the line. He was even sick, and yet he was incarcerated. So that one gave us a ginger. It gave us energy to continue. Because if you're fighting for somebody, the person must be able to. You must be able to read the body language of that person. At the end of the day, he was almost getting the power. He didn't get it. They eliminated him. So he was IBB step aside. Abacha was gone. He was next. The next thing they were contemplating was to release Abiola to actualize his mandate. But some people came from somewhere. Those he thought they were his friends. They came to finish him up. What I'm saying is, in 1999, if you remember vividly, they'll tell you the power of protest. That was why Yoruba, the Southwest, were given the preference. Nobody contested with them. So it was majorly between Olufalaye and Obasanjo. But there was mistake. There was a great mistake the civil rights movement made. Gani did not allow us to participate because he never trusted the military. He thought they were not serious with a transition to democracy, going by the dreamboats, the manipulation under IBB. So he didn't allow the civil rights movement, those that genuinely fought for democracy, to participate. So the Agberos, so they hijacked the political scene. Before they realized it, they consolidated, they looted our money, and they became larger than themselves. And again, that was what gave the Yorubas power. The power did not go to the people because the military, we didn't know that the military sent one of their own in the likes of Obasanjo to represent them. So they left Kaki and they came in Agbada in disguise. That was the only mistake. So for my advice to Ambi, you're already blaming those of us that came before you. I know you don't want your children to blame you for what you are refusing to do. You are blaming us for what we did not do. We tried, but we did not do as much as you expected. I know you don't want your children to inherit what you are passing through today. That is why we have to fight. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Madam Grace, rounding last word, please. 1 minute, please, because I've got another show after this one. Please, my last words, 1 minute.
Hello, did you say me?
Yes, ma. A short rounding up, I'm sorry. 1 minute, please, because we have another show after this one.
No, that's fine. I don't think I have much to say. Well, the reason why I came on was just for us to keep advocating for our country, for whatever that is happening, that this protest, this fight is not just all about VDM. It's for a better Nigeria tomorrow. So, especially when we don't know where he is, if by tomorrow they say he died and we don't do nothing, or maybe tomorrow they just render him useless, no one else is speaking for the voiceless. That's what I'm saying. If there's going to be a protest, let it be a peaceful one. If no protest, but we should keep speaking for him. We should keep asking where he is. They should bring him and let us know the reason why they've taken him. Like I said in my comment, whatever reason, let him be that he has killed somebody tomorrow. Yeah, he will face the justice, but I don't think that is it. But they are looking for something to pin him to. It could be me, it could be you, it could be anyone. Let's keep talking. Let's keep speaking for our country.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to know where VDM is. Thank you for the good work you are doing. All right. God bless you.
Amen, ma. Amen. Right.
Bye.
Zero. Resident Gen Z or Gen Z resident. 1 minute.
Sorry, I just have two things. First, comrade, I appreciate your devotion to Nigeria.
Yeah.
I see your passion, and I really hope that all the work that you've put in eventually comes out to turn out that there was something that actually happened and it changed for good. I will say that a house that is divided cannot stand.
Yeah.
Going to protest, make sure that the people that are on your side are on your side, because what's happening is people are being I cannot even speak again. People are literally being turned against each other, and you guys go and say you have one end or one goal in mind, and then you get there and it's turned around, and then now everybody's turning on themselves. So make sure, as an average Nigerian, you're doing your best to the people that are around you, because the change literally happens from a very tiny fragment, and once that person changes, it revolves and it keeps going. But if we're waiting for, Abby used to tell me every time, nobody's coming to save you. VDM is nobody's savior. Yes, he's probably the reason why everybody's trying to speak right now, and everybody's trying to speak for him and do whatnot. But just remember, nobody's coming to save you. And also, Nigeria as a whole, we have a lot more to do before we can come against these people with the government. You say they are our sovereigns, so they're there for us. That's fine, but not. It won't work until like people start believing that. So if I have a different belief from you, and then we're trying to go fight a common goal, and we're not on the same page, it's not going to work. So you guys just remember that the people that are going to protest, be safe. All of us want a better Nigeria at the long run. We are, like, the younger generations are definitely upset at the previous ones. I'm just tired of fighting the fight that people before me fought the same fight. Like, I'm tired of the insanity. It keeps going, and nothing is changing, nothing is happening, and that's why I'm frustrated. But that being said, good luck to everybody, and please be safe.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody here. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who have called, who have dropped a comment. Like I said, guys, you know, you guys, you might think I'm a rat. I'm not a ratel. No, I've had my own fair share where I've called that very dark man. But I've always said here that any good stuff he does, when I see the good stuff he does, I will give him his flowers. And when I see him doing shenanigans, I will also drag him. But at this point, I'm putting my support behind him. The way he was arrested was absolutely wrong. And yes, I think it's high time, like youth, we should all be like, we should all stand up. In as much as I'm still saying that we are not ready, Uncle Beno, yeah, me and you, we are on the same level that Nigerians are not ready, because we don't have the tools. We don't have the tools. We are telling people where this protest is going to start from, but are we going to go with cane? Are we going to go with brooms? What are we going to go with? So these are the reasons why I'm saying we're not really ready yet, but I hope it's not too late. I'm hoping that VDM is going to come out at some point. This on Monday, Tuesday, let them come out. If they've not got anything against him, let them release him. And if they've got anything against him, let them bring it out. Let the public know why it's being held. I'm hoping it's safe. My Instagram, if you check underneath the comments, Caleb, if you check underneath the comment on the screen, you will see other ways to support my channel. My Instagram handle is thatmom5, the same name as my channel here. You can DM me via my Instagram handle there. So, guys, the next live stream is just going to be 7 minutes after this one. So, hence why I'm doing a quick roundup, guys. So, thank you so much, each and every one of you here. If there's any other updates, guys, I'm going to be coming back here again. And like I said, please let us respect each and everyone's opinion, our comments, wherever we meet ourselves. Let us learn to respect ourselves. I've seen a lot of a few people here who have been dropping insults. I intentionally not blocked you because I want you to be able to see and listen to what we're doing here. Me that I'm here, I'm a Nigerian, born and bred in Lagos, Nigeria. I be Yoruba girl. I still want to be able to go back to a better Nigeria. I've always said it here that my retirement home will be Nigeria, but not the Nigeria that it is right now. So I'm going to use my page at some point to advocate for trying to get Nigeria better. And I'll also call out the people that are doing our country bad. Okay, so thanks so much, each and every one of you who have been here. If you are able, please join me back in about 7 minutes and let's talk about this Canadian man who says that what did his ex-wife bring to the table. That's going to be the live stream that we're going to be doing in about 7 minutes. So all of my Instagram handle and my contact information are here. If you have a small business or you have a collaboration for me, this is my email. Feel free to email me. I can do it at an affordable price for you if you want me to shout out your business. I am also on Instagram as thatmom5. And yes, thank you so much for that super chat. Some of you don't like super chatting me because YouTube, any money you give me on YouTube will take a percentage. So people sometimes send me a PayPal. Thank you so much for that in advance. And I'm also on TikTok as Just Doing Me, where I'll be sharing my weight loss journey. I've lost about 24 kg in about 4 months. So if you want to know about that, send me a DM or find me on TikTok, okay? And with that being said, I will check out now and I will see you guys back in about 5 minutes from now. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. It was a delight. Thank you, Abby.
Bye-bye.
See you again.
I hope you come back more often to my channel, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. See you guys in about 5 minutes, okay?